Mm-hmm.
I can probably get Carlos on this Zoom call.
Okay, we're gonna text.
Yeah, actually, text Carlos, see if he'll join.
See if he'll join.
Oh, it would have been so cool if you got Tanner for movie night.
Okay, how funny was he? Like, when I first saw that he was part of this, I was like, okay, I get it. The guy before the movies. I'm not going back to the movies for a while.
Lauren, what's going on?
And then I saw his actual cameo, and I was laughing my head off. Him and Rick Mercer. Rick Mercer was my favorite. Like, I thought Rick Mercer was the shit. I'm sorry for swearing, but I thought he was great. So good. Am I going to get in trouble for swearing, Woody?
No, dude. This
David Suzuki was
hey, we're not broadcasting this, so you're good.
I just I've been on such good behavior, all those weekends. I gotta just be myself for 10 minutes. It is crazy. Our phones are our internet
are going nuts. Yeah, I know.
Yeah, my phone is exploding. My entire family it was oh my God, I saw you on the news. My dad still doesn't know what I do for a job, so this was kind of cool. Got to explain to him a little bit what we do. That was kind of neat. It's we're on YouTube.
You're on the YouTube.
Internet.
We do what we can.
So guys, to introduce the SLN folks that are in the top right-hand corner, or at least in my top right-hand corner, that says Michael Hills. You've got Laura Da Silva and Steven Sills, who you've seen tonight. Joining them is Vincent. So Vincent Atala, who, if you've tuned in to any of our SLN workshops, you've probably seen him as well. Vincent is one of our all-star workshop presenters. Jared, Francesco, what's going on?
Hi, I'm good. How are you?
Good. Welcome.
Thank you. That was really good.
You guys like that?
That was amazing.
All right, Logan's in. We got
awesome.
BC on. There we go.
Oh my God, I just know you guys from cutting your videos together.
I feel like we're on one of those after shows right now where we're if you believe this person got voted out. So the audience wants to know what have you been doing with your life?
Sills, we are on one of those after shows.
Yeah, the tanning I found.
We're back.
And that's Carlos. I'm trying to get Carlos to jump on this call.
Did you guys see that Justin Trudeau tweeted this?
Yes. So I shared that in the WhatsApp group. So Trudeau tweeted us, and then it immediately crashed our site.
Yeah.
So that kind of tells you what power he wields. He tweeted us, and 5 minutes later, our site crashed from the traffic. So that was pretty nuts.
That's cool.
Yeah. Rubina.
And the rap.
And the hatred of the Conservative Party. Hey, does it look like it says Oz behind us? Yes. We're not mirroring.
No, it says 20 on our side. It's Zoom mirrors.
Yeah, it does
for you on your end. Yeah. So you can change that setting if you want.
Okay.
You've done enough webinar sales. I thought you'd know this.
The moderator is stepped into the room. He just doesn't want to come on camera.
I don't want to give it.
Yeah. He doesn't want to be here.
All the copyright claims from YouTube.
Yeah, we're getting lots of copyright claims on YouTube right now because of all the music we played.
Send them to the Loud Luxury folks.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, it's all good.
But it's do they have the right to use the weekend? You know what I mean?
Yeah, no, it's that. Yeah, exactly.
Hello.
Michael, what's going on?
Michael.
Chicken.
Hey.
What's going on?
I'm good. I just finished, and the reporter left. Thank God.
Okay, so Michael, where was the reporter from?
She was from Globe and Mail.
Very cool. And how'd it go?
I want to know what she's like. Tell us everything, Michael. Don't hold back.
I'm gonna go downstairs.
Oh, awesome.
Lost Michael.
Ethan, Celine, McKenna.
I can't do this.
Yeah.
Hey, what's going on? Hey, Kirsten, what's going on? Guys, Kirsten that just joined in. Kirsten's our customer service rep. She's the one who sent you guys all the pizzas earlier. So say hi to Kirsten.
Thank you.
Thanks for the pizzas.
Fun. Congratulations.
Loving them right here.
Thank you. Hi, everyone.
Amanda!
How are you?
Driving force behind this.
Oh my goodness.
Barbo.
So good to see everyone.
Our
Hey.
moderator has asked that you guys put comments on the YouTube video if you can, please. Basically saying what you thought, because that'll help rank up the YouTube video. So if you guys can dump in comments into that YouTube video, that'd be wonderful. And that's the last thing we're gonna ask you to do because you guys have been doing everything.
Can you say that in the chat? Because I didn't hear.
Sorry, was that Michael?
Yeah.
Yeah, you're kind of like distant,
Oh,
like talk into the mic.
oh.
Hello.
Yeah. No, Michael,
Can
you're
you-
good, but Sills, talk into the mic.
I am yelling. You can't hear
Yell
me?
louder.
I gotta yell louder. Okay, Jesus.
No, you're good. You're good.
So good now.
Sills, I got you. So, guys, if you can comment on the YouTube video. So I know you guys all chimed in on the chat, but if you can comment on the video, that'd be amazing.
I can't see the video there. It's not there right now.
Okay.
I think it might be like uploading the whole
Yeah,
stream,
the
and
full
that might
stream.
take a while because it's an hour long.
Hour and 14 actually.
You guys did such a great job.
Do you guys
It
like
was
it?
so fun.
Like
I loved
hosting,
it.
you guys did such
Loved
a
it.
good job. So good.
Okay,
I want to be you guys when I grow up.
that's true.
Yeah.
Okay,
Zaven,
Yeah.
what's going on?
Michael, you were saying you were in an interview with Globe and Mail.
Well, so I did an interview with the reporter a while ago, but she came today to like cover the full thing. She was literally there. She came at 6:30 and stayed till 9:30.
Don't sound happy
Wow.
about that.
And she was just taking pictures the whole time, like chick, 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 chick. But it was really great. We got to talk, and she's super
nuts.
cool, so it was nice.
Dude.
And she gave me like a private photo shoot for free, not even for the news.
Yeah. Wow.
She's gonna like send me the pictures.
I want to see your LinkedIn
That's
profile.
pretty poggers.
Rolling.
So we got some non-video participants. Let me see who's here.
Okay, so yeah, like there was an interview today on the Globe or Global. Excuse me, I keep saying the Globe.
That was me.
Okay, yeah. So okay, first of all you guys who have done
And me.
interviews, fantastic.
Yeah, you guys killed it.
You guys killed it. So I was on a jog, de-stressing for the event, and my aunt called me and was like, "I just saw you on television," and I jokingly responded, "Who is this?"
Oh my god.
Listen, when you're in my family, that's how we roll. It's all jokes. It's all jokes. I purposely sent this link for our event tonight to everybody in my family except for my brothers because I wanted to see how long it would take for them to be like, dude, are you going to be on TV tonight or something? Or is there some sort of event? And of course, like my brother texted me, he's like, you purposely left us out of your email, didn't you? I don't need your viewership.
That's so
And they don't like
funny.
Trudeau. So I was like, I'm not inviting you. I'm not inviting you at all. Like, and they were like,
Wow.
oh, I see why. And then
Yeah.
after Jagmeet jumped on and they were very happy. So all was good. Everything was balanced out in the world. It's fun.
That's so
Uh,
funny.
Guys, I wanted to introduce a couple people that jumped in. You may have seen TJ Donnelly who just jumped in. TJ is our president and CEO of the Student Life Network.
Hey guys.
Hi.
Well, thank you all for everything. Like unbelievable. Like to watch you guys in the media, see how you guys all work together. Like, and I've said this to a few people, friends, business leaders. You guys are definitely our future, and I'm so proud that we were able to help you guys and support you guys. But this was all you. This was unbelievable. So
All you
congratulations.
guys.
Thank you so
all
much.
you.
It's been the best opportunity. We're so grateful.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah,
So
you guys
grateful.
are awesome. So like our team was just blown away. We had no idea what to expect, but yeah, it was awesome. I don't think Amanda's on here, and obviously she was
Yeah, no,
fantastic.
she's on here. Barbo's here. Barbo's here. There's so
we
many people.
love Amanda.
Yeah, so there's so many people on the Zoom right now that you're multi-page, right? So
Oh, there.
Yeah,
Okay, sorry.
yeah,
I
you gotta
didn't-
scroll.
I didn't
Oh.
boot over to the other side, but anyways, big
Oh,
shout
yes.
out to Amanda for all the work she did working with you guys. As
Woo!
well.
We love
Woo!
Oh, you guys.
a couple of the other SLN staff members have joined in here. So we have Sam and Connor. So any of the emails, the social posts, all the stuff you guys have seen, those all came from Sam and Connor who just joined in. Sam, you look like you're all comfy in bed there. We have-
Hey.
Where's
we
Oscar?
have-
I was just gonna say, where is he?
He's downstairs. He's not here.
Oh, come on. So Sam's got a really cute wiener dog. He's funny.
He was
He comes
actually
upstairs. I'll bring him
Yeah.
in, but he's
Yeah.
not here right now.
Sam was in the original TikTok videos as well. You have Jason Cools on here as well. So Jason runs all of our sites. So when our site crashed earlier, he was the one that we were screaming at.
Wait, the site crashed?
Yeah. I don't know if you guys saw, but Trudeau tweeted us. So when Justin Trudeau tweeted us, we had so much traffic that it crashed our site.
Wow.
Oh, we're famous like
That's
that.
awesome.
Yeah.
We famous.
Like that.
So what did you guys think of the welcome video?
I
It was
thought
It's awesome. Loved it.
It was like oddly emotional. Like I knew what was coming, but it was still emotional, you know?
Yeah, and
It was nice to see it all come together in the end.
I
You
was
guys
like,
crushed it.
My
You
nana,
crushed it.
my
That's
nana
her.
signed on to it and was just like watching it as we were going on, and she saw it. And she was like, "Oh, just my baby," and I was like, "Nana, you're gonna make me cry."
My grandma was with me and she was like dancing and the reporter's like, ooh, yes. They want to make it like really personal.
That's so funny.
So we asked earlier, who was everybody's favorite celebrity that chimed in?
Cheek. I got your attitude.
That's hard.
I think Trudeau's address was really nice. I think it was rude.
Rick Mercer's address was
Jacob
Yeah.
Tremblay was absolutely
I agree.
that one was so good.
Tanner Zipchin.
Oh, true.
Tanner. Everybody likes Tanner.
I
Yeah.
loved Carlos. I loved Carlos.
Oh my god.
I lost it when he showed up.
Tanner, the two of them.
Yeah.
Oh my god. That one was
Carlos to join the call.
Yeah. So we've invited Carlos to join our Zoom. So we'll see. If
No,
way!
no, you did not. You did not.
Stop! Guys, they've invited Carlos to Zoom. Sorry, I'm just hosting a couple people over here, and they love Carlos so much they just started screaming when he came.
Tell them we say hi.
I'm gonna start screaming.
They're all socially. Oh, we have the
Oh,
prom
okay.
team here. Oh my god! If you guys
Oh
want to
yeah.
see
Okay. Yeah. Okay. So yes. Yes. Yes.
the Wi-Fi holes. Don't worry, we're all like socially distanced, but Gerald is here.
Us too. We get it.
So Kate's from BC. Nice and sunny over there.
Hey, Gerald.
Sorry. Okay.
How dare you apologize? That was perfect.
That's amazing.
That's awesome.
Incredible.
No, he won me over. As soon as this video came through, I was dying.
It was so funny. The end where he was like,
Are we planning a virtual Christmas next? Is that the plan?
Yeah.
hopefully it doesn't last that long.
Gonna be, Santa. It's, makes sense.
Amazing.
People seem to be recommending a virtual frosh week, so maybe that's
No.
That's the next day.
There you go.
That idea has absolutely been thrown around by a few schools, people that
Okay.
we work with in schools. So it'll be interesting to see if that ends up being a thing.
Okay. So quick show of hands. Who got their pizzas tonight?
Hey,
There you go.
One of my friends won one of the 1,000 that you gave out during the live stream. She
Amazing.
was so excited about.
Yeah,
Nice.
I won one of the ones.
I was too. I want a pizza, yeah.
That's so funny.
I won one of them.
My friend didn't even realize she won it until like an hour in.
Yeah, I had a Zoom call, so I just gave away my pizzas that I wasn't keeping.
Same.
That's awesome.
I mean, 6 pizzas that's a lot of pizza.
We,
Um,
I just want to say it's so great to have all of you on one call because normally we have like 3 or 4 calls to meet everyone's needs across the country. And it felt so great to see that energy and vibe that leading up to this event and all the hard work that everyone's put into this. You guys have been grinding it for like the past 3 weeks. And now to see all your faces, I have to hit like 2 screens to see everyone. And it's so great to see all of you and get all of your messages And oh, Sam's on here too. Awesome. And see you all like done up, and all these interviews that have been going on, like that's it's a pretty incredible feeling to be working with all of you and see all this positive energy and vibes. And I'm sure that all your classmates are messaging you right now. And you know, thank you so much for being a part of this and just grinding through it.
Thanks for giving us the opportunity more than anything.
Yes,
Yeah.
thank you,
All
Amanda.
you, all you guys,
All you.
all of the editing, all of the tech work. That was all you guys.
Okay, Sam offered a host.
And I'm convinced that you guys never sleep is another thing that I've learned through all this.
Yes. 100%.
Let's go off at like 1 in the morning.
Yeah. So I like the few times Amanda sent me a little ass, and I'm just like, remind me in the morning. It's 4 o'clock my time, because I think I'm getting the worst of it, because I'm the furthest east you can go.
I feel
So
that.
same with Zoe. Yeah, Zoe and I are. I mean, Zoe actually sleeps.
I
like,
do. Dean and I are on complete opposite
Yeah.
sleep schedules. He as soon as I wake up, he goes to sleep. It is so bad for playing.
So he's like, I have it together. I have it together.
I go to sleep. It is like 11:10 now. I'm like, ooh, I could be in bed, but
I've pulled
Dean, I know
6
that you
all-nighters
sleep
since it
in
started.
until Dean, I know that you sleep in until 2 o'clock, so I know
Yeah.
not to bother you before 2 p.m.
It's all right.
She's like 2
If I get it
PM
done, it's gonna
already.
be at like 3 in the morning, but I will get it done.
when we were doing our little our promposal thing, Dean was in bed and we were like, well, okay. He's like, I'll message you when we wake up and then we could go then. And he messaged me. He's like, I'm not getting out of bed yet. I was like, okay.
No, so she was like, okay, when should we go? It has to be after 10 because I get to sleep. And I'm like, bro, I don't wake up till at least 12. You're so fine. You're fine. And so we set the time to go at 12, and I wake up and it's 12:30, and I'm like, oh, I did it again.
Do you know what else is really incredible is to see that 36 people come together, and you guys have all worked as a team, and even between the different provinces, that you were all pretty much strangers. And it is incredible to see how you've all been supporting each other. And I've been seeing all, obviously hosting the provincial chat groups, but seeing you all come together, different parts in the province and country, to work together with your promposals, reaching out to media, reaching out to administration, student councils. And it's so warming to see that everyone was working together and supporting each other.
Okay, I absolutely want to riff on that. Like, do you guys feel like this was a pretty unique moment in history? Like, pretty wild.
Definitely.
Oh yeah, for sure.
To say the least.
Yeah, right? It's funny. It's amazing what becomes normalized after only a couple of months or weeks. But every reporter that I spoke to was just like, this is wild. Like, it's actually wild when you put it in perspective, and you think about like all of this because of a friggin' virus. Is pretty nuts, right?
True.
What a house of cards scenario, right? And everything kind of went nuts for a little while, and then watching everybody kind of pull together virtually across the country to make something like this happen. I'll tell you guys a cool story. So when we were starting the company, one of the events that sort of launched the company was called Open for Lights. And there was, we were in bad shape as a company. Like, we didn't think we were going to survive. And we came up with this idea where we would do like a battle of the bands at a bunch of colleges and universities. And the idea was, can you guys hear me? Because I feel like
Yeah.
I was told I'm not loud enough, which is what happened in my entire life.
We're so excited to hear what's next. No one's talking.
Okay, cool. All right, so we're in bad shape. We don't think the company's going to survive, and we come up with this idea where we're going to create a battle of the bands, and the whole concept is we invite all these schools, and any band from that school can submit a video. So it can be a cover song, an original, it doesn't matter. You submit it to YouTube link. And if your song gets voted to be the highest from your school, you make it into this final judging round. And if you get into the judging round, judges from the sort of music industry and us voted on who was the best. And then if you won, your school got a free concert. And the band was Lights. I have no idea if you guys know who Lights is, but at the time, she was like a really, really big deal. And she's kind of like Avril Lavigne type of thing. And when we were going to surprise the winner, we called the school and said, listen, this is the girl who won. And it was at Nipissing University. Her name was Annie Sumi. And the student union there was like, okay, well, let's set something up to like surprise her and we'll film it. Like we'll call her to the student union and you guys can call in over the phone and tell her she's won. And when we called her, the reaction was like incredible. She started crying and it was wild. And ever since that moment, we call it the Annie Sumi moment. And that was about 10 years ago.
10 years exactly, yeah.
It's the type of thing that every time we run an event, you want to capture that experience, that moment. And it's been a long time since we've had an Annie Sumi moment, but tonight was an Annie Sumi moment. Like,
for sure.
Easily. Like, arguably a little bit crazier than Annie Sumi, a lot, like, super memorable. And what was cool about that experience was when we were setting up for the concert that night, I think there was like 600 or 700 students who came to the show. And they're all lined up waiting to get in that night, and we were setting up. And Annie was upstairs in the green room with, I actually have two stories about this. So Annie's upstairs in the green room, and she's waiting to meet Lights. Lights just got there, and I went down to the lineup, and I had to use a megaphone because there were so many people waiting to get in that I was like, who's here to see Lights? And everyone's like, ah! And then
Hey,
I'm like,
Sils, I'm going to mute you for a second because, guys, I wanted to welcome Loud Luxury to the Zoom.
Hey. Hi. Hi, everyone. I heard we're a little late to the party, but how's everyone doing?
We're good. How are you?
I'm screaming! Congratulations, everyone.
Thank you.
And thank you for all of your hard work organizing this. It was really awesome to be a part of it. Prom was hands down one of the best memories of high school. So we're just happy that we could contribute in any way.
I love the dresses and the suits right now. This is great.
Yeah. We're already back in our Friday night comfy clothes, so we don't have our suits on, unfortunately. And it's in LA, so it's mad hot right now. So I hope you can forgive us.
I think your guys' alien really stole the show.
Perfect.
He partied way too hard. He's already passed out.
Oh, the aliens. Yeah, they're downstairs. They're asleep. Put them to bed.
They're too crazy.
You guys killed it. You guys did the best job.
Thank you. That was a lot of fun. We had a lot of fun doing that.
Yeah,
at the beginning, you were talking about your own prom experiences and like cottages and stuff, and I was just like, can't relate.
Hey, I promise you, once this is all over, I'm sure when the weather's nice again, you'll find a way to get that cottage. And we got kicked out of mine when we went to Wasaga Beach, so you didn't really miss much.
Yeah, we definitely got kicked out of ours too.
Are Ontario schools
clearly you had a
the
good
only ones that
time.
do Wasaga like trips, like beach trips?
Yes.
It just depends where you are. Because, for example, we're in LA right now, and we know a lot of people here, and they'll go to a place like Malibu. It's just basically if you have a beach or somewhere nearby, you'll go to it.
Yeah.
Different for everyone.
Yo, Michael Hills, you really dressed it up over there.
Yeah.
Love that. You killed it. You killed it.
That's the SLN crew. So you got Steve Sills and Laura Da Silva over there. Okay, so
1 second. Yeah.
Out of curiosity, guys, where'd you go to school in London?
I went to Lucas for high school.
Okay. Cool.
Yeah. Are you familiar with it?
Yeah.
Yes,
Lucas.
AB
Yeah.
Lucas.
AB
Yeah.
Lucas.
Nice.
That's it.
I'm from Mississauga. I don't know if anyone here is.
Michael
I
City.
hear someone
Yeah.
freaking out.
Okay, so
You got Michael. What high school do you go to?
Me?
Yeah, you're from Mississauga, or were you
Yes, I am. I go to Gonzaga.
Gonzaga. I went to Loyola, right next door.
You went to Loyola?
Yeah.
What?
So the camera guy that filmed this video for us, that is like our camera guy on tour with us and everything, he went to Gonzaga. And he's staying with us during quarantine because he got sick.
Yeah, it's so funny. He came here for a week to just like think about like he had some other thing that he had to do, and he only packed one bag. So he had like a t-shirt, a pair of pants, and that's it. And then as soon as the quarantine hit, he had to like stay here basically. So he just had the same pair of clothing for like a month.
Yeah, he's like living out of a Loud Luxury sweater. It's so funny.
Oh, poor guy.
Loud Luxury,
Yes.
can you do me a favor?
What's that?
Can I film you guys saying, hi, Sophia?
Yeah. Okay, yeah.
I'm assuming that's
Okay.
you.
Okay.
Yeah, that's me.
Okay. Count us
Okay,
in.
you're filming now.
1, 2, 3.
Hi, Sophia.
Repeat it for everybody in the chat.
Exactly. Nailed
We
it.
gotta do it for everyone.
Everyone.
Guys, Carlos from YTV is gonna join in a minute too.
There we go.
Oh,
Hey-o.
great.
Yeah.
I love Carlos. He's awesome.
A legend.
YTV.
Yeah.
He's the best.
Hey, you guys are unmuted.
What's up, buddy?
Carlos, how are you, buddy?
Hey, I'm good. What's going on, guys? Yo! Hey! Congratulations on the event, everybody. Nicely done. Well done.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. How'd it go? Everyone have a good time?
Yes.
Killer time.
You were definitely the highlight of this whole thing because you were part of all of our childhood. So everybody was crazy when you got on.
Oh, that's awesome. That's awesome. Well, I was happy to do it.
Insane for Carlos. Oh my God. Do you guys want to say hi to Carlos?
I thought you guys have like a quarantine barbecue going on over there.
Welcome to the zoo. I don't know.
Yeah.
Is anyone else shaking?
A little bit, yeah.
I think it's just an earthquake here.
Yeah.
Deep.
Where's Laura? I can't.
Hey,
Oh,
Carlos.
there you are.
She's up under Michael Hills. There she is.
These students are the ones who helped organize this whole thing, and they've been doing like media interviews and like hustling, and they this is all them. So it's pretty cool.
That's amazing. Yeah, congrats again on all of this.
They're
So you
giving us
guys-
way too much credit.
You guys are the ones that made it happen. You crushed it. This is all because of you.
Yeah, for real.
So y'all sent out like invites and you got everybody on board to come take part and all that?
Yeah.
Very cool. Very cool. Did you get the response you were looking for? About how many people were on board with you tonight?
We just topped over. We had about 10,000 viewers across.
Wow, crazy.
Amazing.
That's
I feel
honestly the
I'm-
biggest prom that we've seen because we
Yeah.
did one in Los
Yeah,
Angeles.
we've done a few so
Yeah.
far, and this is definitely the biggest by far.
Yeah, we did one.
Oh, wicked.
And they had Joe Jonas. They had Louis Capaldi. They
They
had,
had like tons of celebrities
Dylan
coming in
Francis.
too. Yeah, it was crazy.
Yeah, and this one still had way more viewers. I think they had about like 8,000, 7,000. So
Yeah.
you guys crushed it. That's huge.
That's awesome. Good for you guys.
That's just Canada flexing.
Hey guys,
on
listen.
everybody.
We're gonna need you guys to call CIBC agents again.
Whatever you need. Whatever you need.
Just
Dude.
nice and simple.
Yeah.
Yeah, the amazing part
Because we're
was
recording right now, so you
So-
can use that.
exactly. So so that those over 10,000 views, all the TikToks, all the Instagrams, all the RSVPs led to $150,000. Actually, over $150,000.
Yeah.
Wow.
It's
Awesome.
awesome.
That's so cool.
Really
So
great.
good. Well, congrats again, guys. I feel really underdressed. I should have put on a tie or something for you guys.
Feel that.
But yeah, I just want to drop in and say hi real quick, and shout out to Laura for reaching out because I was so happy to do it when you asked me. So sure.
Thanks for doing it. All you guys, thanks for doing this. Yeah.
Carlos.
Yes.
Here we go.
I go to Notre Dame High School, and I just found out that in Burlington, and I just found out that you went there.
I did go there. Yeah. Fighting
That's
Irish,
so
man.
cool. Do you know Mr. Barbati?
Mr.
Yeah,
Barbati.
old now.
Yes.
Deep dive. Let's get
Yes. I think the last time I was back there was like
The leadership
5
conference.
years ago, maybe.
Yeah, for a
conference,
leadership conference.
That's right. Yeah, I'm super old too. So there you go. Yeah. Class of 2000. That was my year.
Oh,
too.
So,
Wow.
yeah.
Not to
Only
make you
20
feel
years.
even more old, but we technically grew up with you on YTV.
Right.
So,
Yeah.
He's like,
True.
I don't know what to say.
Well, yeah, no, thanks, guys. Bye.
You go.
But seriously, though, congratulations, everybody. Yeah, y'all, need to celebrate. It's a great time.
Thank you.
Thank
Thank you
you.
so much,
Hang
man.
out.
So much for having
Just
me.
a notification that CBC is broadcasting this right now, or broadcasting what we did tonight.
Oh, no. Yeah, it's on the national. Yeah, it's on the national.
Yeah, crazy.
Actually, yeah. So Loud Luxury
Wow.
did. You guys did an interview with National earlier, right?
Yep. Yeah, we did one. Yep.
Yeah, bright and early in LA.
Yeah, because Deanna, right? Deanna.
Okay, so so who else was on that? Because there's a couple other members that were on. So
It was me as well. When they were interviewing me, the lady who was interviewing me, she was like, I was just talking to Loud Luxury. I was like, true. I was like, I guess I'm not that great compared to them. She was like, it was so good. I was like, that's so great.
I'm happy that she
everybody's
liked it.
special in here.
Yeah.
Everybody's special here.
Yeah, I'm
It
happy
was
she liked
so
it. We
funny.
can get
It
the whole
was so
Zoom
funny.
thing down. I feel like we feel like old people trying to figure this out.
How do we put on our favorite background?
Oh, right here.
Here we got a special background.
Oh,
okay,
hold on.
Just
go.
All right. So we're gonna do a little medley right now.
Do it.
Here we go.
All right.
We're going through the Canadian Walk of Fame
This
right
is the
now.
Canadian Walk of Fame.
I'm so dead.
All right, hold on. Wait, where is it?
Most important.
Nice.
Cooler.
What's cooler?
Oh my god, I love it.
Best donut, 10 out of 10.
That is the best donut.
Ketchup chips.
Just do it.
Yeah, send them to us. We
Get
can't
them
get
in the
them here.
States.
We can't get them here. And honey crullers. So I hope they'll be good by the time they get here.
How do you feel about
Yeah.
that?
The best of all.
Oh, great.
That's so exotic.
Love it, love it. So we're actually in the middle of barbecuing some food because it's Friday night.
I can
and
smell them burning.
We're about to have some fun here. So we're gonna take off, but everyone,
Yes.
congrats.
Thank you.
What you
Thanks
did
so
tonight.
much for this.
Thanks, guys.
Thank you for all. See you next.
Everybody stay safe, stay healthy. We'll see you very soon.
Thank you.
Hang here with us all over. Congrats.
Thank you.
Thank you. Bye, everyone.
Bye.
I'm shaking.
These are like one of those moments that you'll look back on really fondly and you're experiencing it and you're kind of just like, oh, this is crazy. I'm so happy.
Literally unbelievable.
That was awesome.
Oh.
All right, guys. So I just texted Justin Trudeau.
No,
Don't do that to us.
No, you didn't.
I'm kidding.
Okay.
that was too far. I was with me.
I was like, don't.
He did tweet us earlier and totally took down our sites. So that's amazing.
I think that's good enough right there.
I
Yeah.
went to Colorado
Knows our name.
and Justin Trudeau was there. It was like the Canada Youth Summit, and it was right in the middle of when I was running for student council president, and he made a video for me to go in my like slideshow video saying vote for Zoe, and I literally cried. I was in tears. I'll try and find it's on my student council Instagram. I will find it and send it in the group chat.
I think I followed that, even though it didn't go
That's
to
like an
Bonds.
automatic win.
I won. It's
Oh, yeah.
I killed it.
Dang.
Like, what does someone running against you do?
Actually, it was super awkward because the person running against me was my best friend.
You can't top that. It's just blown out of the water.
She literally got up after me and she's like, I'm not even gonna try. And I was like, Maggie, don't say that.
Okay, so you use the word "was" about your best friend. Is that?
Oh, she's still my best friend. I FaceTimed her during the thing. Her and her little brother, we had a nice little party during the
I feel like you should invite her to this Zoom. We should get to the bottom of this. I don't feel like you're telling the truth.
You know?
I'm kidding.
She's the best. She's the best.
You were gonna crush her in the race to win government.
And she got second place, so she got to be vice president. So we just got
There you go.
Very nice.
Dynamic duo.
So guys, I'm gonna chime in again as the unofficial MC here. Just joining us on the line is Elena from Kids Help Phone. Elena, I see you're on mute at the moment. If you want to unmute yourself and say hi to everybody. She was tuning in tonight, and she wanted to jump in and say, "Hey."
We don't see her on our grid yet. We gotta go.
Hi guys.
Hi.
Oh my goodness. I am so honored to be on this call and so honored to even have witnessed that show. Let me first say, what an awesome show. It was incredible. You guys had me crying. You had me laughing. You had me getting up from my couch and dancing. All of the emotions plus infinity. So first of all, incredible show. But most importantly, I just want to give props to everybody who organized it, and especially the National Prom Committee. You guys, like, I'm honestly speechless because, the thing is, not only you put on an incredible show, but you've done so much for your peers across our great country of Canada. And this is a prom that's going down in history, and nobody can take that away from you. So thank you so much, and congratulations. I am so proud of each and every one of you. You guys did an incredible job, and thank you for making Kids Help Fund a part of it.
Woo! Thank you.
Yes.
Thank you.
So much.
I'm sure. I don't want to speak on behalf of everybody, but when you guys jumped on board, everybody understood there was a higher purpose, even on top
Exactly.
of the higher purpose.
Exactly, 100%.
Yeah.
And what you guys are doing is so great. And yeah, we're putting this all together for the students. But like when you guys are there, you make it such a big deal. It's not just for the ones graduating this year. It's for every student going through anything right now. And especially since this virus and pandemic is such a hard time for a lot of people. It's really great what you guys are doing. Thank you so much.
Thank you. You guys honestly warm my heart, and I hope you know that we're there all the time, not just for you, but your peers and your little brothers and sisters and cousins. We're there just for this. So please do not hesitate. There's no problem that is too big or too small. This is what we do. So you guys are the ones that, make everything happen. So if you need us at any time, again, nothing is too big or too small. You know where to reach out now, I hope.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Cool.
Elena.
It's like the 6th time I'm crying of the night. It's all good.
Exactly.
We're tearing up now.
The Kids Help Fund number is always embedded in our heads since we were kids, I'm pretty sure.
Good, I'm glad to hear.
Thank you.
Prime advertisement.
Thank you so much for joining. It's amazing.
Thanks for having me, guys. Again, congratulations, and thanks so much for having us, for having Kids Help Fund being a part of it. Congratulations. You guys deserve everything and more. Thank you.
Woo!
Thanks.
Thank you.
Thank you
Thank
so
much.
Sorry, I got like these like doses of excitement.
We all
I
saw
don't know. That's all right.
that.
Go ahead. Throw.
How dare you, Michael? How dare you? Magnetic light of joy. It's fine. Whatever.
I just got a text from my mom to tell me to stop screaming because it's 11:30.
That's why I live in the basement.
Listen, you know what? It's at least you're not 36 years old living at home. Your mom's yelling at you when you're playing video games. I'm talking about
That's true.
I'm not talking about me.
Ma!
Is Elena still on the call? Is she still on there?
Yes, let us know. Yeah, she's shouting it.
I just wanted to say thanks for taking the time to write that email you sent to us tonight. Our staff really appreciated it. It meant a lot. So thank you very much. I hope you can hear me. Apparently a lot of people can't.
I can hear you. And you're very welcome. That came from the heart. I was watching it, and again, I was just so impressed. I felt like I was going to prom. I felt really bad that I was not wearing a dress. but going to prom is not about the dress, and it's not about the place, and it's not about any of it. It's about the state, your state of mind, right? So it brought me right back to it, and yeah, I partied. on my own, like it was 1999, literally, because that was when my prom was, 1999.
Wow.
So that's when I partied.
Elena and I have literally chatted about this because we both went to prom the same year, which was 1999. Yeah, so it's kind of crazy. I'm kind of curious what Morgan has to say about this because there's currently a teddy bear in Morgan's place.
Yeah, what's happening over there?
Morgan.
I bet you she just like is it he she no she right?
Morgan.
Yeah.
Saskatchewan.
Definitely wanted to see if we would notice. That's what I feel like. That's what that is. It's a trap.
Or she legit became the bear and no one's doing anything about it. Maybe
Is she like inside the bear?
That sounds like a YouTube video that's just gonna like have me up at night screaming. If there's, like someone pops out of that bear, I'm done. Out.
Yeah. I'm texting her now.
So like, what are you guys gonna do tomorrow now that this is over?
Reminisce.
Actually, have an interview tomorrow, so where CBC wants to catch up on just seeing how the virtual prom went.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I have it with CBC tomorrow.
I've still got to follow up with some stuff for a couple different interviews.
A couple news outlets have asked like to follow up, and like they were asking if we could send them like videos and stuff from the night. Like if you guys
And like
with
what we
regards
were
to
doing and how we
interview again.
experienced it.
So
yeah,
guys,
so if you guys have any videos or anything of it,
so guys, if you're being asked for videos, just go ahead and patch them in with me. I'll take care of sending them. Like I have all the original videos from tonight, so give them all the cuts, and I can send that all across. So we're good to go there.
And the article for Chapman Mail is coming out June 15th. It's talking about like people celebrating in Canada in general. So our prom is like one part of it, but it's going on something called a folio. Do you guys know what that is?
No.
I think it's like 2 pages of a newspaper with like a bunch of pictures and interviews. I don't know. Keep explaining to me.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, probably. I don't know. Something like that. So it's June 15th. So
Michael, is it like
articles
maybe
I'll be getting.
Is that what's happening? That person who came over to your house is
Yeah.
I'm looking forward to it. I'm not gonna lie, man. It's gonna be great. You look
She took probably like I want to say 5,000 photos. And they're gonna choose like 2.
On point with that statistic. It's great. I'm excited.
So question, how many times have you guys worn your prom outfit this week?
Way more than I would have.
Like every day during the week, like it's crazy. Like I've worn this dress more than I thought I would.
Me too.
I didn't even get a prom suit yet, so I kind of just threw something together with what I had in my closet, but it worked enough.
Love it.
Hey guys, I gotta roll, guys. I gotta bolt. I just want to say thank you guys once again for everything.
Thank you.
Hi, TJ.
Thank you so much.
Part of this.
Thank you
so much.
References, whatever. Our team's here for you guys, so thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah, hope to see you guys soon. Take care.
Yeah, you guys definitely gave our whole family a reason to dress up. My beautiful wife, Vicky. You guys all saw my kids, Sam and Ruby, earlier. So it's been a awesome experience to get dressed up with you guys as well.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Okay, so I want to know if you guys ever end up in a job interview and someone says like, "What's the craziest thing you've ever planned?" And I want to know if you tell them this. Well, except for you, Zoe, you already got like Trudeau on your side. Like that story, like, you know what I mean? You're getting locked into student council president. But yeah, I definitely want you guys to email us and be like, listen, I got a job. And I told them this story. And I got a job as a project manager or a lawyer or a doctor or a scientist or whatever it is you guys are all going to be, which is probably going to be something crazy because you're also outgoing and smart. But don't lose touch. Please let us know what happens next. And I'm sure Barbo is the best at always updating us on how everybody that we work with is doing. And I think it's because that everybody that works with us and works directly with Barbo feels like they've made a sister along the way, to say the
Definitely.
least.
Definitely.
Absolutely.
From the first interview, I remember Amanda was like, "Can you give me some time? I want to eat dinner." And I was like, "Girl, yes."
See, just such good vibes from Amanda. Like, that's all I can say about it. Just the vibes are immaculate.
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 Your whole team is amazing. Like, your whole team seems like family, and we've only known each other like 3 weeks. So thank you for such a good experience.
Yeah, thank you guys so much
Thank
for
you so
letting us have
much.
this opportunity.
Guys, seriously, it's Barbo. Like, Barbo and Woody are the driving force.
We're all friends now, whether you guys like it or not. We're all friends.
Yeah.
It's true.
Yeah, you say this like, oh, we want to like stay in touch, but it's gonna be like 20 years from now, and I'm just gonna be like, hey, how are you doing? And you guys are gonna be
Just an old WhatsApp chat just popping up and be like, oh wait, this thing again.
Okay, so
I'll remember you. Trust me, I'm really good with names.
okay, so here's I'm going to chime in again as Old Man Woody. So here's the deal. I remember hiring Amanda when she was in high school working at, what was the pharmacy that you worked at, Barbo?
Pharma Plus.
Pharma Plus? Okay, so,
It's now called Rexall.
okay, so here's the deal. The connections that you make now absolutely 110% make a major difference later in life. So fast forward, 10, 15 years, and all of a sudden we were looking to expand and create a national student ambassador program, and we needed somebody who actually understood the student space, that could organize things, that create that sense of community. And I was like, wait, I know somebody. And I reached back into my Rolodex of past contacts, and somebody I'd worked with years before became our immediate go-to person, and who's the person who put this all together tonight. So every contact that you have, every single opportunity that you have to connect with another person, to network, it is so worthwhile, and it will lead you in so many more directions than you could ever imagine. My biggest thing that I have adapted in the last 20 years has just simply been to say yes. So if you ever get invited to something, if somebody ever goes out of their way to invite you to join something, just say yes. The things that can come from that are they will snowball to a degree. And the connections you will make, and the contacts you will have, and the fun you will have, I promise you, will lead you to an amazing and incredible future, even more so than the one you've already built right now.
There is a few caveats.
Say yes and show up.
Yes.
Show up.
Yeah,
That's all you have to do.
Yes, you do have to show up. That's the other thing. Yes. Yeah.
I have a question.
Uh-oh. I'm gonna leave.
Brooklyn from Grand Prairie.
Yeah. So my mom was looking to see if you could find like the YouTube video like from after the stream. Will that be available? Because right now she says it's blocked.
It's blocked right now because of all of the copyright claims. So literally just on the video, because they own the rights to those songs, it automatically blocks our videos. We actually got shut down on Facebook. I don't know if you guys were watching on Facebook. We actually had the last 3 minutes of the broadcast cut off. So immediately all these streaming services, they are stealing the music. So they shut you down, and then they make you prove that you have rights. So Loud Luxury will give us the rights to say, yes, we are allowed to broadcast that, and then it'll go back up. It's down right now because, the general YouTube rules suck.
Thank you.
Guys, my mom is the cutest lady on the planet, and she just texted me. She was like, "What do you guys do right now, like after something like this?" And I was like, "Well, we're talking to the prom committee who planned it all." And my mom goes, "That's excellent. Congratulate them. They just made history."
Hey, for Mama
Celebrate.
Sills. Hey, a shout out for Mama Sills.
Did you join us on the call?
Yes.
Let me see if you know what. If I can get my mom to do this is history. If I can get my mom. I'm gonna ask her. Hold on.
Is Bridget still on here? Where's Bridget at?
Bridget had to jump off to clean the banquet room at the
Right, because they actually had something at a hotel, right?
Yeah, they gave her a free banquet room for like her 5 or 6 friends.
That's so
That's
cool.
so
Yeah.
cool. Amazing.
Wow.
I'm gonna try and invite my mom. So she tunes in for our workshops and tries to stay hip and with it. And
If she gets a bigger reaction than Carlos, then
well, she definitely has used Zoom, so I feel like there's no excuse. All right, I'm gonna pressure her.
We
Let's
need
see
to like
what's happening.
choreograph this. We need to make this woman feel like she is the queen.
She
Like
is the
we
queen.
gotta like hype her up. We need to be hype beasts when she comes in.
I totally agree.
I'm so
Scream
down.
Mama Sills as soon as she comes on.
Yeah. All right. Let's I'll keep you guys. This is kind of like a Carlos situation. Like I'll let you know. I just messaged her. I sent her the link. We'll see what happens. We'll see where it goes.
Okay. Okay.
Probably like running upstairs to do her hair or something.
Oh.
See what happens. Anyways. Okay, I'll finish my story before.
Yes,
guys, listen, I know we've been on the call. You want me to just start from the beginning? I get it. It's fine. It was a great story. I'll start from the. I'm just kidding. Okay,
Right.
so
We
I'm
got-
about to go talk to an audience of like 800 students who are there to see Annie Sumi. And I say, who's here to see lights? They're all like, yeah, us. We're here to see lights. And I'm like, who's here to see Annie? And they all start cheering, Annie, Annie. She's upstairs waiting to go on stage in front of a sold out audience at her school. And I come upstairs and she's crying. She was like shaking and she was like, they were saying my name. And I was like, yeah, I know. Isn't that cool? And she was like, I don't know what's happening. I just don't understand what's happening. Like, why is this happening? And I'm like, because you submitted a really great cover. I was like, it was awesome. And we were interviewing her before she went on stage. And I said to her, like, what was like your most memorable experience so far? Aside from like, obviously about to go on stage. And she's like, honestly, I was telling my friends this morning. It was so simple, but like, it literally like shifted my perspective. And now I want to be a musician. And then like, she was 18 years old. And I was like, well, what happened? And she was like, I was standing in line at Tim Hortons and 2 girls in front of me were talking about me. And I was like, what? And she was like, yeah, they had just watched my video on your website and they were saying how good I was. And she's like, I was like melting behind them. She's like, I was like shaking. I was so excited. And she's like, I wanted to tell him it was me. She's like, I didn't want to be rude and you know, tell him I was like basically eavesdropping on their conversation. And she's like, but they really said I was really good. And then I just felt like maybe I'm pretty good. And I was like, you're great. Like, you're going to be awesome. So yeah, and she has absolutely a music career. You can Google her. It's Sumi, Annie Sumi. And she is a folk artist in Canada. She's been on the CBC. She tours the country. Well, not now, but you know what I mean.
That's amazing.
Yeah. And
Yeah.
it's one of those like when the job is really tough and when you get like kind of down on yourself about how things are going, you got to remind yourself of these times, like this shit right now. And I know that it's easy to sort of jump into your phone and kind of escape. But I'm telling you guys, like, it's this stuff that you will not forget. It's what you it's not the details.
Yeah, I found her too.
How you felt. And like that night was electric. Tonight is electric. Like you just remember it. It's like part of your fiber now. And that's what's so awesome. Like I get so excited about this stuff because I don't ever want to lose this shit. I don't want to lose this feeling. I want to keep this happening throughout my entire life, right? So this is amazing, and it's been like a roller coaster. There's been nights where we've wanted to kill each other. There's been mistakes made all along the way, and you get mad, and it's frustrating. And then you have super highs when you know, like a celebrity says they're gonna jump on board, and you're like, okay, now we know what we're doing. Or you guys do an interview with one of those news outlets, and we watch it, and we're like, oh my god, that was so good. That was so cool. So it's like this crazy roller coaster. But I hope you guys take this, the feelings, and I hope it latches onto you, and I hope you get to carry that. And I hope when you get to tell those stories with your friends in college or university or wherever you're going next, that people are like, holy shit, like I wish I had an experience like that. And you're like, well, you didn't. I did. And that's what separates you guys. And that's super unique and special. And that's why tonight's so awesome. I'm sorry, I'm diatribing right now, but like, I really, this is what keeps us going. You guys keep us going. I know for when I talk to Barbo and we get super emotional about the things that we've been part of, it's always this stuff. It's the things after the events. It's the conversations in between, before the actual event itself. Because I don't know if you guys felt this way, but like tonight, the event just flew. It was like,
it did. It did.
Done. It's like, oh my God. Like we just took 2 months of work and it was done, and it just flew. But then you get this part, and you remember, and I almost guarantee you guys will remember Sophia asking Loud Luxury to do a shout out. You know, and I know for me, like reading Woody's kid's note to him, and Barbo telling
that
me,
was so cute.
Barbo telling me she couldn't. There's no possible way we couldn't do the prom committee without all 36 people, and just being like, Sills, we're doing this. We're gonna go big. We're gonna take everybody in. They're all so great, and those are those moments that like I wouldn't trade for anything. This has been fantastic, and and I hope that's what you guys hold on to. You know, like those little moments in between, and everybody has all their own different ones, but it's one thing that connected it all, right? Which is so cool, and that one thing is clearly a virus. But, you know,
It's the same thing that's separating us.
Yeah. Got very, very, very deep.
Gotcha.
Sills, you mentioned,
I'm gonna see if my mom's jumping on.
Sills, you mentioned something that I don't know if everybody understands. Initially, when we set out to do the National Prom Committee, our idea was to do one prom committee member from every province.
Yeah.
So the goal was to have an overall prom committee of 13 people. So one from every province and the territories. And Amanda just kept coming back, and she was like, I can't, like, it's so amazing. Like, this is so, I absolutely have to have everybody. So lo and behold, we end up with a committee of 30, which is all of you amazing people.
I was like, I'm going to add 2 more per province. And then I was like, I think I'm going to add a few more.
I was wondering how there were 7 of us in Ontario.
If you look, not like one person would not have been able to do all those reach outs.
Definitely.
Yeah.
There isn't a password on this, right? My mom's like, is there a password?
Yeah, there is. It's Prom 2020.
Oh, shit. Okay.
Prom 2020. Yeah, she can join.
It's just Prom 2020 lowercase?
Yes. Prom.
Yeah. I'm more excited than I was before Carlos came on.
Yeah. Mama Sills is joining.
The true celebrity of the night is making an appearance, everybody.
There we go.
Okay, hold on. Is the password. Okay. Guys, this is very exciting. Like, my mom is joining. What is happening right now? My mom's like late 60s. Totally with it, by the way. Very hip lady. Like, she
Young at heart.
knows what's up. Like,
Oh, yeah.
So funny. My dad was like, my mom messaged me and she's like, your father's hilarious. He's trying to figure out how to record the TV screen, but we had it up on YouTube, I guess, at home. And he thought you could like record it like it was like a VHS. Do you guys know what that is?
Yes.
Don't worry.
We're that one generation that like hit the end of it, but then also weren't cut off from the next part.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's like that 99 to 03 gap.
Yes, exactly. The 99 to 03 gap.
We are
Cassettes,
like our own generation.
That double the meme. We understand them all. So like we can't miss out.
Okay, but that's the thing that I loved about Rick Mercer's show.
Is your mom here?
Is my mom
Lucy Liza?
I know, Woody, is my mom on? I can't even
Oh, I don't see you.
Yeah.
1 second. Yeah, Lucy's iPad.
I feel like she's trying to get her audio working.
We love you.
PG-13.
Hi, Lucy.
It's connecting to the audio.
I love it.
Yeah, we can't hear you yet. Just hang tight.
Just give it time. It'll connect.
You're doing good. You don't have to change anything. You're good.
Bye, Misha.
Bye, Misha.
Bye, Misha.
Bye.
Oh, there you go. Hi, Lucy.
Oh my
Bye.
Mama Sills!
Everyone's prom queen of the night, just saying.
Definitely.
Yeah.
All right, I gotta get a photo, Ma. You gotta smile. Just keep doing what you're doing. Everybody smiles, you know? Like, this is that moment in history I was telling you about. I'm gonna send you that in an email. You're like a celebrity now. Oh, of course we can't hear her. Ma, I think you're on mute. You're on mute yourself. I think I might be able to do it for her. Yeah, Ma, you gotta go into the. I don't know where the hell it is. Are you on an iPad? You gotta hit unmute.
I'm unmuting her. Okay, go ahead, Lucy.
Can we hear you? Ma, can we hear you?
There we go.
No.
Oh, we just cannot hear her.
Oh, what do you? She's probably saying something so heartfelt too. It's ridiculous. Right?
They're like microphone.
Ma, it's the microphone icon. Guys,
She's unmuted,
for this
but I
country,
think it's
help
like.
my mother out. We need to figure this out together.
Oh.
God.
Hold on a second.
Guys, is anybody in Niagara Falls that can go over to Lucy's house?
I'm gonna call her.
Wait, can someone share their screen and guide her through it?
I'm gonna just.
Ooh, I love our troubleshooting.
I love.
Counting on Steve. Steve,
Is anyone on an iPad?
Your mom.
Let's see if she has her phone. Hold on.
Yeah, call her.
There it is.
Oh, she held it out.
Bottom of it. Hey, okay, you unmuted it and it's not doing anything. Okay, so you actually it's still the red icon.
Bye, Lauren.
See ya.
Bye, Lauren.
Okay, what do you can't unmute my mom? Okay, what do you want to say? What did you say to everybody? I'm gonna be your translator.
Put her on speaker.
Yeah, no.
Yeah,
no.
just
Yeah, put her on speaker.
Unmuted.
We'll hear her from yours and we'll see her from hers.
yes.
Yeah.
We did a couple of those interviews. I know that there's some of you that I had to do that with.
Did it with me.
Yes. Oh.
She's being very heartfelt.
He is saying something so heartwarming right now. I have no clue what it is, but I'm already.
You can tell by her facial expression.
Yeah, you can just see it.
Yeah. Oh my god.
Zoe's losing it now.
God, it's been a long.
Bills, you're not translating
He's gonna
fast
start
enough.
crying again, guys.
Sills, can you lip read? for us?
Zoe, just
Can you please
speak
lip read?
about that. We didn't have to fight for the spot on this because you would have won.
Oh, Dean, why are you trying to make me cry even more?
Well, you have Trudeau. What am I supposed to do about that?
Has to translate. Basically, it was congratulations to all of you. It's a very special night, and she's proud of everybody because something like this isn't easy to do. And that she's very happy about everything. As you can tell, it's a proud mama. And then I just said I love you, and then she said I love you. And I love you. So,
We love her
We
too.
love her too.
no,
All the way from Newfoundland. We're now best friends. Don't worry about it.
East Coast.
it's great. Now my mom knows why we work our asses off for you guys because she gets to see the impact. So, which is cool. So that's a proud mom. Thank you guys for doing that, and thank you for letting me invite her here.
Thank you, Mama
Thanks
Sills.
for coming. We love you.
All right, Mom. I love you.
Thank you, Mama
Yeah.
Sills.
Bye.
Bye.
See ya. Say hey to Dad. He's asleep.
Oh, she is the cutest ever. That is so cute.
That just made my prom experience happen out there. Like, prom experience done.
We should have had her as our third co-host. She would have killed it.
I 100% agree. 100% agree.
She would have been muted the entire time, but her sign language skills are incredible. Did you see that hug move she did? Like,
Yes.
Yeah.
whole country.
I felt that one.
Let's be
The
real.
whole country felt that.
Yeah, I'm just going to throw this out there. I have to pee, so I'm going to be right back. Maybe it's on its spots.
Have fun with that.
Classic.
Wash your hands.
I have a small bladder.
Classic Steven.
I feel that.
God, what are we gonna do now that we have nobody to give us a speech?
I'm going to turn it over.
Well, I actually wanted to kind of branch off of what he was saying. Is it's really cool to see all of you connect from across the country, and I really hope that all of you stay connected. And from high school, I learned very quickly that it was important and valuable to make as many connections as possible and to be kind to people and connect with people. And I think I might have said this to a couple of you, but actually Loud Luxury went on a spring break that I organized like 10 or 11 years ago. And the more connections that you make and you leave a positive impression on people that, may not be this year or next year, but a couple years from now, that when you stay connected with those people, it could open up a lot of really cool and amazing doors. So I hope that all of you stay connected over the next few years, and maybe, you meet up with each other on campus, or you're backpacking or traveling or whatever have you, and you're able to tap back into your network and connect with each other, and maybe ask for a favor or celebrate whatever it may be. And it's been really great and amazing to connect with all of you, and to have you a part of this, and to also celebrate this with you also.
Woo! Amanda, you are an icon. And we
love you, Amanda. We love you.
I love you all.
I feel like I have a new.
And I'm a little text away.
Yeah, we have your number now.
This is over. I'm calling reunion. We need to do something. And it's not even a reunion because we've never been like unioned before. But like, we gotta do something like cool.
Yeah, a couple of us were talking about the reunion, and then Woody brought up bringing us all in a helicopter to one location.
Yes. Woody's like, don't call me out like that.
No, it's true. It's true. It's true. I suggested we fly every day by helicopter.
Don't say never.
That's how you make your company go bankrupt.
We're doing a GoFundMe. Check the WhatsApp. We're GoFunding this.
Yeah, we're doing one.
Absolutely.
As old man Woody chiming in, I will promise you that through my almost 40 years, that all the connections I've made with different people in different provinces of the country, every time that I travel somewhere, every time that I have an opportunity somewhere, the fact that I have connections across the country, it is absolutely invaluable to me. So this connection that you have right now is, I promise you, if you could fast forward 20 years from now, all these people that are on this call right now, I promise you, they will come into play at some point in time. And especially at the time you least expect it. So it's the kind of thing that laying the groundworks now, it will lead to such an incredible future where you simply, everywhere you go, everywhere you travel, every place you visit, you know somebody, you have a connection, you have a reason, a purpose, somebody that can connect you with what is the local community. And that in itself is absolutely invaluable. So just in joining in this group itself, you guys are already excelling yourselves forward so much. So thank you so much for being a part of it.
Woo!
Wow.
I
Thank
think I
you.
heard a name for myself because I'm crying again. So you're stop crying.
And now it's that Steve is getting teary-eyed over here as well.
And Sills is still not back from the washroom.
He's a racehorse.
It's taking a while in there.
He maybe he's
Protocol
locked out.
washing his hands.
Hey, time out. Does
Okay.
Sills know about the lock, the secret
Okay, so-
key in the washroom? Maybe
Yeah,
he's
Definitely
locked in the
not.
hallway.
I don't think he knows.
Okay,
I think I had to go rescue him before. So
I'll tell a story.
there you go. Okay, so Barbara, you tell.
We have a hallway where the washroom is, and I got locked in this hallway on a Sunday, and I had to call another colleague to come, and like I was trapped in this hallway. I put a secret key in one of the washrooms. I think Sills is locked in the hallway. He doesn't remember the combo.
Is he in the
key.
office?
Yeah, there he is.
So yeah, the funny thing was, Marvin was setting up a birthday celebration for one.
Snapchat.
So one of our colleagues, Pete, who's one of the greatest people on the planet, Barbara was setting up a birthday surprise for him, and then locked herself in the hallway, and then we ended up having to literally get somebody to come and like rescue her.
It was a Snapchat scavenger hunt, and actually it was prom themed. And yeah, I was locked in the hallway on a Sunday.
I believe we had penguins in tuxedos. And by the way, my joke or my comment the other day about asking Amanda to get me a helicopter, definitely not a joke. That was 100% real. If you could have seen when I said I want a helicopter to shoot our promposal, and everyone looked at me like it was crazy, like with like I had 5 eyes. And then I leaned over to Amanda. I'm like, hey, can you give me a helicopter? And she's like, well, how big of a helicopter do you need? Right. Yes. 6 people. That'd be great. Thank you.
Nice.
Helium
We got it.
Next time
I'm still waiting for the helicopter to land in my house to tell me I won the scholarship.
We need a 36-person helicopter to pick everybody. Yeah, 40
I think that after the quarantine's over, we should all just come to the office in Toronto, and all of us can just have a party.
Yeah.
Everyone can fly in from everywhere. It'll be lit.
I'm down.
Michael can bring the reporter that was at his house, and she can take the 1,000 pictures.
Oh, she'll be delighted. She'll be so happy. I think she's new too. So she's like,
We'll get all the media coverage to come around again for the big celebration.
We gotta invite Carlos too.
Loud Luxuries DJing the event.
Bring Tanner in as well.
We forgot Lucy.
Justin Trudeau, you know.
Yeah, we need to bring Lucy in.
Guys, I want to say that Laura was super close to getting Ryan Reynolds.
True.
Oh my goodness.
I was thinking about that earlier.
So I don't know if you guys know this, but Laura actually put together all the footage, like the video footage of your welcome speech, and all the video that you saw last night or tonight was actually Laura. We need to give her a huge shout out because she spent many hours looking through all that footage and making sure that it was perfect. Thank you, Laura.
Laura is the queen of editing. We love to see it.
My baby forgets who I am.
Laura has a very adorable baby, Sunny. And I know that you spent a lot of hours this past weekends and evenings, and it all came together great. I've been getting still text messages from people in the event planning and music industry right now saying that tonight was epic and congratulations, and I hope that everyone feels proud, and it's pretty cool to receive messages like that from people in the industry.
Yeah.
So, shout out to Laura.
Woo! And to echo on that, I'm getting the same messages. So Barbara and I are in the same circle of connection. So I'm getting messages from people from like Universal Music and Live Nation saying like incredible job tonight. Like that's like considering the fact that we put on an event that rivals that of major music productions, that is absolutely amazing.
No big D, guys. No big D. You know?
You guys really did that. I think that you guys at Student Life Network should give yourselves a round of applause because you guys did such an amazing job.
Woo! Because let's face it, if we were here or not, you guys would have still done it, and it would have still been amazing. So
facts.
Maybe not as amazing as we made it, but you know.
Okay, yeah,
we could have tried.
Like literally in every interview I did, they were asking about Student Life Network, and I was like, let me tell you about how great they are, because I would love to do that.
I love Student Life Network.
And just like besides this whole thing as well, like everything you guys do is just amazing. And
Amazing.
I've been seeing your ads for the last like 3 years of high school, and I've just been waiting like, oh yeah, no, can't wait to get to grade 12 so I can like go in for all this when I go to university. And as soon as I
literally
like
met Steven
signing
a while
up.
ago.
What? When?
At the Blinded by the Light premiere.
Oh my gosh, yeah.
My parents like thought you were like the coolest person ever. Literally, that movie premiere was the best thing ever, and I met some of you guys, and you guys were amazing. And like ever since then, I was like, Student Life Network. I love that.
Okay, this is serious. Okay, so I was saying that I feel like I've met you before. I was watching one of your interviews, and I was saying that. Did I come and introduce myself to your parents?
Yes.
Were you guys sitting down and I asked how they were doing? And I was like, guys, you haven't. Oh my God, I remember.
You talked to my whole family. I was looking at the YouTube channel, and I saw myself, and I'm like the thumbnail of the video, and I was like, oh my God, that's me.
That's hilarious. Oh my God. So that's so funny. Because I was like, I feel like we've met before. I was like, this is weird.
We have.
But I've met so many students like giving like talks and stuff at different schools that I say that about everybody, and I'm probably very wrong. I'm wrong a lot. So I just sort of let it go. And I was gonna ask you, but that's so funny that you said that, because I still remember like actually talking to you and your parents, and that's hilarious.
It was such a good time.
That was awesome, right? What a good night. That was such a fun experience.
It was the movie theater was so small, and it was just, and then like we're making sure you had no recording devices on you. It was just crazy.
Guys, listen, I gotta tell you, that night, the whole point of this thing was we were working for Warner Brothers. We were working with Warner Brothers, and the whole concept was they wanted us to premiere the movie or screen the movie before it came out, so that students could see it with either their families or their friends, and then give like an honest like a review of it. And our job was to, bring all the students to the theater, have them watch it, and then review it. And then they called us that evening, and they were like, the air conditioning in the theater doesn't work, which is like basically my personal hell, because like I run hot, and I was like, this is horrible. And we were supposed to be organizing it. The theater was hot. I don't know if you remember the theater being hot, but I remember the theater being hot.
I'm always cold, so.
Oh my God, I was like, I don't know if I'm gonna be able to sit through this movie. That's a terrible situation to be in, when you're supposed to be promoting a movie that you don't even want to sit through because you're uncomfortable. Eventually they got it working, I think like halfway through the movie. Here's the thing, air conditioning is a wonderful luxury. That's the moral of this story.
That's the moral of this whole conversation. Air conditioning, it's different.
This was a diatribe.
I just wanted to circle back on what you guys were talking before about who was responsible for making this such a big success. And I'm sure you can imagine that my family and Steve have been living and breathing this for months. And we've watched so many other big companies try to do what you guys did tonight. And, everything from Virgin Radio to American Eagle. And I think what really made you guys stand out and be such a big success was you guys on a grassroots level, just really making it personal. And it was just such a different look and feel. And it was super cool to watch. It was emotional. I'm going to get emotional now because I...
If you cry, I will cry. I'm just saying it. Stop me.
Zoe's gone again.
There we go.
And a lot of what we did was it came from you guys. Like it came from your ideas, the prom week, the themes, the challenges, and everyone got involved with like looking through and like I just the support and feedback and from all of you was fantastic. And the voting, that was all you, and we took all that feedback, and every time I shared a doc or a survey, it was like within minutes everyone was responding back and sharing their feedback, and that was pretty epic that we were able to have that participation and feedback from everyone and all your support and love. That you really made this past week for other students fun, and with our partners too. We had a lot of great giveaways, and you guys all had great ideas on how to give away prizes, and that's pretty incredible. Because I know that it has been a challenge with you with your online learning, and a lot of you are still working right now, and the time zones, and everyone was all in it. Yeah, that's pretty cool.
I'm curious. Did you guys have any idea what you were getting into?
No.
So when you got it, you just like,
Not
at
all.
Ian and I got the same email. It was like, there's nobody gonna do this from Newfoundland, so like, do you guys want to do it? We're like, you know what? Why not? Just like fill in my evenings, and then like fast forward a week, and I'm like meeting Dean in the Mary Brown's parking lot to do a freaking film for the promposal. It's like,
it was so funny, like, because I do a lot of leadership things anyway. Like,
Steve, what
I'm
did you
always, like-
say?
Let me rephrase for Michael, guys. Hold on a second, Dean. We're gonna get back.
Yeah,
to
all good.
Second, sorry, I just got this in from Michael. So what I said was, did you have any idea what you were getting involved in when you first signed up for this? Judging by the way your face changed, I'm assuming no. And Dean was just about to say he's a superior leader, and I'm excited to hear about why.
So I've taken lots of leadership roles. I created a virtual choir a few weeks before this happened.
What? How do we see this?
No, we did see this. This is where
I'll
we got
get
our
back to
idea
that
of our
story. I'll get
speech.
back to that story.
Everyone from Newfoundland is in choir. This is what I believe, that everyone in Newfoundland is choir. Every choir director I've met is from Newfoundland. Every single one.
Choir directors have you met? I probably know them all. Do you remember any of them, right?
Maria Conkey is from Newfoundland.
That sounds
she was
really
my
familiar.
choir director. Yeah, she was my choir director from grade 7 to grade 8.
So good.
You're choking.
That's so good.
She made us do Nyan Nyan.
Oh my God,
And
no.
then you guys did Nyan Nyan after we did Nyan Nyan. Because
Okay.
you tried to flex on us and you didn't do it as good as us. Just
I feel like
We didn't even like it. You guys got kicked out of Kiwanis. You can't say anything. Okay, so back to my story. Yeah, so I also am a one of like 4 committee heads on my school's Rotary thing, but my Rotary club. But we'll go back to the choir thing. So yeah, I'm a baritone leader, and a lot of people call me my choir director's bitch because I kind of am. Because I'm kind of just his go-to for everything. So I always take up like stuff like this, and I'm like, okay, why not? Yeah, it looks fun, something to do. And then I had my meeting with Amanda, and on the list it said, hey, this is Zoe Baker Pike also doing this. And I'm like, oh, I talked to her like once because she added me on Snapchat 2 years ago and then started dating one of my friends.
that was the most awkward thing. We were in our meeting planning the promposal, and Dean goes, do you remember when you dated Alexi? And then like I was like, oh my God, no, I can't do this right now. Not bring that back up.
Did you break? It's done, right? Is it over?
Oh yeah, he cheated on me. It's a pass.
He's cheated on every one of his girlfriends. He's not really my friend.
The Newfoundland drama is like,
oh my God, we all know each other. It's so
It's
bad.
so,
and your grandmother
so
knows
funny.
everything.
well, it's
and
a couple of you small town problems. You'll know anyone in Toronto.
A couple of you
No
are
one.
actually.
No one. I have no idea what any of your schools are. None of them.
There are. A
What
couple
board are you
people-
even in? There are 6 boards, and we're all in different boards.
I can walk to Dean's school from my school in about 2 minutes.
Yeah.
What? Really?
Yeah. So she goes to the only private high school, and it's literally right next to mine. So I've walked to her school to deliver like singing telegrams before, like when I'm supposed to be in the school.
My little brother goes to his school.
Whoa! How did
It's
you
your little brother.
Mac
Let's get deep here. Let's really peel the onion back. Does anybody else go to these schools?
No, nobody else.
You're from a different province.
Yeah, but I got nothing.
Newfoundland, it's so bad. You'll just always be finding connections. I went on this trip last year and I was in the House of Commons, and the Speaker of the House of Commons was like, "What part of Newfoundland are you from?" We get talking. He's my second cousin.
To be honest, stuff like this never happens in Toronto.
Never.
Never.
That must be so cool, though. I only ever see this stuff in Hallmark Channel movies. I'm just like, I want to see this happen.
Honestly,
That kills me.
it's so
I have
small,
no clue where
so
any of you
small of a
live.
town.
Any of you, and you live in the
Watching,
same
like,
city.
All the way to the East Coast.
Yeah, I just drop over to
30-minute time zones.
Yeah, we have our own time zone, Newfoundland Standard Time.
Like
Oh
it's
12
12:20 right now in the morning. So
We almost have every province on this call right now.
It's pretty much one of the only half-hour time zones on the planet. So
yeah, I think there's only like 2 others, and it's on the other side of the world.
I love Me the Rock. Honestly, Newfoundland is one of my favorite places on the planet. It's absolutely incredible.
I got Screech. I know what's up.
Screech, same.
Screeched in.
Yeah, Kitty Bitty for the win.
He knows it. He really does know it.
I straight up did it. I did.
Kitty Bitty, 2-minute walk from my house. Legitimate 2-minute walk.
I have driven the entire rock. I've driven from St. John's to Port aux Basques to take the ferry down to Sydney.
Sydney.
I've driven the entire rock.
You must live like really close to my aunt because she lives like really close to Quiddy Viddy.
Like how close you're talking?
Some names we probably
Like we can walk there.
Yeah, I probably do. What's your aunt's name? Watch, I know it now.
Isabel.
Is it the last name?
Cote.
Is this? Oh yeah, there it is. That's a good one.
Where everything clicks now.
Maybe. It sounds familiar.
Uh-oh.
Honestly, I've probably seen her walking around town.
Yeah, probably.
Walking around.
Here's my proud Canadian proclamation. When Vicky and I got married, we got married in Stanley Park in Vancouver.
Nice.
Yes.
And then for our anniversary, it wasn't
3 months after our wedding.
Yeah, it wasn't quite our honeymoon. 3 months after we got married, we took the train across Canada. So we traveled via rail from Vancouver to Halifax. And
so cool.
from Halifax, we then visited PEI and Newfoundland. And so we visited all 10 provinces in one shot.
Awesome.
That's cool.
Wow.
3 weeks.
No trains here anymore.
A 3-week train journey plus some trips in between, but it was absolutely amazing. And I can tell you that we live in the most incredible place on the planet.
The time, this was 10 years ago, so this was when Angry Birds was really cool. So we played on the train.
I think we all peaked 10 years ago too, though.
10 years ago, we were 8.
10 years ago, we were watching Carlos every day.
That's true.
You guys don't even like understand how much Carlos influenced our childhood. Like he started popping up on TikTok lately, and I know like all my friends were like, "Oh my God, he's on TikTok now!" And to like be in a Zoom chat with him, like
was
monumental.
It was amazing.
We have proof we Zoom chat with Carlos.
Yeah.
Remember Andy?
That Carlos is like Rick the Tenth.
You guys remember Andy from YTV?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes.
He's my best friend, and I never even thought to ask him because I didn't think like anyone would even remember him. But like, damn it!
Okay, hold up. We're best.
Get him on here right now. Get him on here right now.
Yeah.
We're gonna make this happen. Who's gonna have the really creepy voice?
Well, it is like 11 o'clock.
No, but here's the funny
12:20.
thing. If you have Laura for all the famous people she knows, like in terms of who we can pull in right now. So Laura, who else can you pull in right now?
Huh?
Can you pull in Finn?
What other famous people can you pull in right now?
I have Dallas Green.
No.
That would
All
be epic.
right.
I would totally swoon
I would
over
be,
that
I would be
one.
okay with that.
He wouldn't do a shout out though.
Too cool for school.
Wait, hold on. Is Andy the one who hosted Extreme Babysitting?
Yeah.
Yes.
Mm.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah. He was iconic.
Absolutely.
He just got engaged.
Get it? Okay.
Very nice.
This girl said, "Damn it."
Oh
no.
Let me see. Do we still have any BC people? Okay, so Kylie, you're still.
We do.
Yeah,
Kylie,
it's only 7.
Emily's
Kylie-
I know, it's only 8:50.
So Kylie, do you know Said the Whale?
No.
No.
Emily's from BC too.
I'm on UC too.
Yeah,
Okay.
I know it.
I saw them at Vogue
so
Theater.
between let me see what I can.
Way to put a damper on that one, Woody. You guys know Said the Whale, everyone just left.
Wah, wah.
Wah. Yeah.
We just got to bring everybody in from YTV at this point.
Yeah, it sounds like maybe we should have called them to be a sponsor.
I'm calling it.
It's like you guys don't understand. You guys really connect with this generation. You guys wanted to get Scholastic books? Were you into that? Like
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fairs.
I love Scholastic.
I have Scholastic books over here somewhere on my bookshelf.
What shows did you guys watch on work?
Would come home from school and you like they give them to you at lunchtime, and then there was like that group of girls that would sit down and like circle the books they wanted from it. Like it was a
I was
Yes,
those
I was not. I did that.
Those are so
and then
good.
I took it home
When
to
we
my
got the Scholastic book fairs and they took over
Oh,
the
yeah.
entire library.
Yes.
Yes, I remember those.
guys. I had Scholastic book days and pizza sub days. They were combined. So you got
Oh, I had pizza day, but never on the same day as a book fair.
No, I remember everybody was waiting for the new Diary of a Wimpy Kid to come out, like every year.
All right, now you
I think they still write Diary of a Wimpy Kid books.
I got the
I think they're
entire
still coming
pack
out.
of My Twin Sisters the Vampire. The entire pack from Scholastic.
I like it. I like it. I haven't read those. I was definitely an R.L. Stein fan though, and I definitely would
Oh, yeah.
pizza, sub day, and books. Super excited.
I read a lot of Geronimo Stilton. Does anybody
Oh yeah,
remember that?
me
Oh yeah, I remember. Yeah.
love that mouse. Rat.
There
never
were
read
so
that.
many different spin-off series, and I have all of them.
Yeah, same.
Yeah, there was like so many from Scholastic. I remember the fairy series, the magic fairies.
It was the exact
Rainbow
same
Magic,
plot
yeah.
line every single time.
Rainbow
just with a
Magic,
different,
exactly.
They're still making Rainbow Magic books, I think.
They are.
Really?
I have the originals, like the weather and the days of the week and the colors. Those
I
were
like
got one of
there was,
them with like the matching thing that came with it. So I have a little Labrador stuffed animal because of that.
Yeah.
and then there was like Dork Diaries. I don't know if you guys read those.
Yes.
You'll be happy to know that Scholastic Books is still very much a thing. We get a flyer, well, when our kids were in school, probably every 2 weeks, and our kids would circle them, and now you have to give money online, so it's much easier to buy things.
I don't know, my mom used to put the money in the baggie and then staple it to the order form.
Yes. Yes.
What I'm talking about.
This is money. It's you can't lose this. Put this in your book bag and don't take it out until Miss Coffin asks for it. And it was it was stress.
It had to go in the little agenda pocket, the plastic agenda pocket.
Yeah.
I would get money to buy books for the Scholastic.
That's amazing.
It's so funny.
book fair, and then end up coming home with like some nice smelling pencils or like a peppermint eraser.
Yeah.
Ours had
They
two.
did
Ours
not
had
erase.
money and then the book money. And my mom, that little lady you just met, she would be like, "Make sure this gets to your teachers. I'll call them. I'll call them. I'll know if you took it." I'm like, "All right."
That's such a Newfoundland thing, though, to like call your teacher. My mom seriously still calls my kindergarten teacher to this day.
Yeah.
It's so funny. I stayed at her house. My parents went out of town for a while, and I stayed at her house.
You could do like an alternate universe, like a literal alternate universe.
I was just gonna say.
My mom still talks to all my
Channel
boys'
movie. That's what I've been
principals,
saying.
Talking about? Like, how does that work?
Yeah, no, my mom posted about the virtual prom on her Facebook, and my principal commented. She was like, "Oh my God, sweetie! Like, oh my God,
Oh my gosh!
oh
Hello?
Oh,
Hello?
hello.
Hey, what's happening, everybody?
What's up? What's up?
Someone record this again.
I got it.
So
Hi, how are you?
These are students from all across Canada who helped plan this prom, and they've been like doing interviews on the news and like just like hustling out there and doing like so much cool shit.
Wow, that's amazing. Congrats, guys. Thanks for doing that.
Love it because they're like starstruck and they're like, oh shit.
Just, I feel like my childhood's coming to life right now, and I'm a little overwhelmed.
Yeah. Great. What did you guys do tonight? What happened? What was going on?
Oh my goodness. I'm like sweating.
Is anyone gonna answer my question? No, we did the same thing as everyone else. We've been planning for a long while, then we kind of just sat and watched it with our friends or watched it together.
Yeah.
But like the planning process just really extended to the minute before the event, and then it was just kind of a party.
It always does. Get used to that for the rest of your life. There will always be, no matter how much planning you do before, there's this thing called the 11th hour. And as much planning and prep you do, it always goes twisty wacky right before. So good job. You're in good hands for the future, for sure.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Where's everybody from?
Toronto.
Alberta.
Saga.
Newfoundland.
Newfoundland. Oh, go
Alberta.
Coast.
Oh, great. That's amazing. Alberta and all these other places. Fantastic. So, you guys, obviously, you're keeping the optimism up in this crazy time.
I'm trying.
That's all we can do.
Yeah, we try.
Sure. This isn't how you planned it, but you made the most of it, and that's the best.
Here's what I love. You're giving like one of the guest appearance cameo like talks, except it's in real time.
Yeah.
The other ones were like recorded and we edited them and put them into a video. You just came in, you're doing the real deal.
Oh, great. Well, you guys are awesome. And
it.
thanks to you guys for prepping this whole thing. Oh, my gosh. So what happens? My question is, like, what happens now? What do you guys have planned for the next, like, 5 months?
Sleep.
Great
A lot of sleep?
Sleep,
Yeah.
we've just planned this.
Don't sleep and then sleep too much.
I feel like I don't know what quarantine is without this anymore, though. Like, this has become my passion project, and now it's kind of just done.
I know.
Yeah.
So what was the easiest thing about planning this thing, and what was the hardest thing?
That's a good one.
I think
I
the
would
hardest
say
thing was
for
shooting the
me-
video.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
For me, the
Maybe
most like
easiest-
entertaining thing was the interviews. Those were like so much fun. Like that was such
Yeah.
a new experience to me. Like being on national television, I was like, woo!
A little bit pog on that one, just a bit of
I think
pog.
it was really hard to get people on board because everybody was just like being like so lame.
Yeah.
I was just like, trust me, like it's gonna be fun. And
Right.
please
I got
come.
Yeah.
I think a lot of it came from just frustration at the beginning, though. People were just mad prom was canceled, and they took it out on anything they possibly could.
And all like the claims
Yeah.
people were trying to come at us for, like,
Literally. Someone added me earlier today and they were like, why are you sponsoring underage drinking? I was like, you just pulled that out of your ass. You
Where did that come from?
where that came from. Like, I'm so
What was it, Colonel's or Justin Trudeau? Which one was the
one, you live
that-
in Newfoundland, so like,
underage drinking is Newfoundland culture. So like I don't like it's not supported by anything other than the province you live in. So I don't know what I'm talking about right now.
gotta get that Newfie slosh law.
That's right.
Can't do the accent, Dean.
So what do you guys want to do? What do you look forward
That's
to
right.
in your post-secondary education? What's everyone's path?
I want to become a lawyer. That's my thing.
Lawyer.
Lawyer,
for
two
them.
lawyers, 3
Lots of
lawyers.
Lawyers. I
Wow.
like the lawyers.
I
Okay.
don't know. I just I like right now I'm pursuing architecture, but I don't know if that's where I'll end up. I kind of see myself more on like the speaker / social entrepreneur.
Could totally
Well,
see
you're-
that though. I
you're
could
starting
totally
right
see
now.
that.
So
Michael,
I
you need
don't
to do
know.
something where you can talk to people every day.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Build
You're so
yourself
like
a building.
charismatic. I
just
could totally
talking
see that.
Great. That's awesome. Well, good on you, especially for the lawyers. And then did I hear like a musical therapist?
Yeah, that was me.
Wow, that's very, very cool. That's very nice of you. Awesome. Do you play music yourself?
I sing and I do musical theater.
Great. My gosh, did you at least get to do like a final musical thing before all this happened?
No, I didn't.
Darn.
Yeah, unfortunately, things didn't work out. But
Well, was there one planned?
yeah, but it got canceled pretty early, so.
No worries.
Do it over Zoom. Make it happen.
Yeah, make the
That's not
COVID
the
musical.
Cool. Online talent show.
My school just did that online variety show. We had
planning that
a
right
bunch of people
now.
come live. Yeah, and we're doing another like
SLN,
year-end
you know
choir
your
thing.
next project.
Virtual talent show.
How many people? How many people tuned? Tell me the details. What was the data points? How many people tuned into something like that?
We had like, I think, 300 tune in.
Oh
my!
But that's
Which
like another
wasn't
thing. Like it wasn't just Holy Heart that looked into that. Like your school.
No.
No, like I was looking at it. Like there were people from my school looking at it.
If I
No,
did
I
that
saw
at my
your comments
school,
pop up on
literally,
it.
Like I would get negative views.
Yeah, no, our school is like super
so
duper
jealous
artsy and stuff. So we had we always did this variety show in December, and we thought let's do a virtual one. So we had people come in live, we had people pre-record, and like our school is so much talent. Our choirs we won Kiwanis like choir nationals last year and the year before.
Humble
Like,
flex.
our baritone section leader.
So Dean, that was on our list for prom week, and Woody and I, when we were looking at all the great things that we're gonna put into prom week, we were trying to find a spot for the variety show, talent show, and
True.
we needed another day in the week to make it happen.
Yeah, that one was like a really big project that we had. I actually have to go edit another video tomorrow night because we're doing like another small one of those just for choir now.
Oh wow.
Yeah, no, our school.
Oh, is it the one where like people sing and you add it together?
Yeah, that's a virtual choir.
you
I actually organized one of
resend
those
that
for
to
my
us?
choir director.
Those are amazing.
Wow,
I'll,
that's gonna be a lot
I'll
of
send the
work.
one that I organized in the group chat now.
So Dean post them on Facebook. They always come up on the Facebook.
So I have to give a little shout out to Dean because your choir link that you sent to me was inspiration for us to put together our video welcome speech compilation. So thank you for sharing that with us because
No problem.
that's where we got that inspiration of putting together our welcome speech with all of you.
Yes, Dean.
Thanks, guys.
Question
Yeah.
about the welcome
100%.
video. When you guys got sent your lines, how much did you practice?
None.
I didn't.
I practiced like twice before, and then I went, all right,
Yeah.
prop my phone up, recorded it on Snapchat so I could like see myself. And Snapchat camera always looks better. Like 10
Oh, it
times out
doesn't
of 10,
flip you
always
either.
looks better. Yeah,
Do you
exactly.
have an Apple or an Android?
Looks better how
I have an Apple.
like, you feel better? Like you look better?
There.
Yeah, I feel like I look so much better.
Snapchat
Like
messes up
Like, look like
Android
Ryan
cameras
Reynolds, like, you
specifically
look like
That's true.
because Apple pays them too.
Oh.
Really?
Yeah.
We'll get those lawyers out on it.
That's so funny.
All of you sent great videos. There's a couple that needed to take 3 or 4 takes, but
I was literally like on my way out of my house to work when I was taking them because I've been swamped with work. So I like threw on a dress, said it like a few times, and then ran out of my house and got stopped by a train.
Emily, where do you work? What are you doing?
You're swamped with work?
I work at Triple O's. I make milkshakes for like 5 hours every single day. It's so fun.
I feel that.
I
I'm
love
pretty sure
Fired
it's,
up
like,
during
like,
COVID.
continuously making drinks.
The Chick-fil-A at Toronto has milkshakes that are like, wow.
Chick-fil-A milkshakes.
I still
like,
haven't gone. Everyone's like, "Oh my god, why haven't you gone?" I'm like, "Bro,
Okay,
I
guys,
don't know."
I walked there. It took me an hour. I just did it because I wanted to go get. We had a steps competition at work, and I was like, "Oh, I'm gonna get like 5,000 steps today." So I walked.
You can see the competitive nature in his eyes. It just glows.
I don't want to lose. Okay, I don't want to lose. But here's the thing: I walked all the way to Chick-fil-A, which was an hour and like 8 minutes or something.
Oh my goodness.
It was legit an hour and 8 minutes because I remember looking at my Fitbit or my data, and there was like 70 people
in line,
6 feet apart from
no.
each other, and waiting for Chick-fil-A. What the
Wow.
is going on in your world where you're like, yeah, I'll be number 70. I'm gonna sit in this line. I don't give a shit. Like, I'm gonna do this.
It's because we've got nothing else to do. There's a pandemic
That's
going
true.
on.
But like, here's the funny part. That guy who was number 70, he stood in line and got a delicious sandwich. I walked another hour and 8 minutes home angry without anything. Like, who's the real loser?
Oh,
This guy. This guy.
But I also want to shout out to Emily. So Triple O's is White Spot in Vancouver, which is basically like the original drive-in.
Yeah.
Like, so like if you think back to like the old school drive-ins where you'd pull up and you'd sit in your car and they'd bring you like this long tray.
And it hooks to your
that
car.
is literally, they still do that in Vancouver, and it's amazing.
Whoa.
Wow.
So much fun to go, yeah.
White Spot, like 5 minutes from my house, and we go like a few times a month just for that. It's so amazing.
So, so amazingly enough, like, I don't know, 50, 60 years ago, they came up with the plan for what we're dealing with now, which was, we'll just serve you your food on this giant tray that we're going to pass through your window, and you just sit in the driveway and you eat it. And like, so even though it's kind of really old school, it's actually awesomely, amazingly, I guess, our new breakthrough on technology, because
we should bring back drive-in movies.
Triple O's White Spot is probably the most amazing thing that you can do right now. So, Emily, I love the fact that you were at Triple O's. That's amazing. I loved the old White Spots Pirate Pack days that were the most.
Pirate Packs, yeah.
Yes, that was my
favorite
childhood
thing.
right there.
So, as a fellow BC, loved the White Spot and Triple O's.
I've actually like never had Triple O's food. I eat White Spot food, but I've never had like the fast food version. So I had a milkshake the other day for the first time, and I honestly wasn't that impressed, which is about 7 I make them.
The tea, the shade being.
Yeah, milkshake wars.
I've never even heard of Triple O's. I don't think Alberta has that. Nor do we have Chick-fil-A. So I would wait in that line.
If you think you have
nothing
nothing
here.
Chick-fil-A was worth it. I don't know if I'd wait in a 70-person line, but when I went, it's different.
I'd wait in a 70-person line just for Krispy Kreme donuts. Like, we're so deprived in Newfoundland.
I missed them.
There are 70-person lines for Krispy Kreme donuts in BC.
Man,
Yeah, never
I should
those
move.
Literally, that's what I'm thinking here. I'm like, we have 2 McDonald's. Like
what?
Why do we not have a McDonald's downtown? That's my question.
We don't have a McDonald's downtown because McDonald's doesn't want to buy the crappy buildings.
Just put one in like Atlantic Place.
My aunt works in Atlantic Place. Fun side note, just in case
My
you
dad
want
used to
know
work
about my
there.
Aunt Kristen.
How small is
This-
Newfoundland?
Oh, tiny. Well, we also live in the same town.
Yeah, we do live.
But I mean, like, the population of Newfoundland and Labrador is 500,000, and 200,000 live within like, what is it? Like a 40-kilometer radius.
Yeah, like the whole like St. John's. That's where we live. So there's St. John's, CBS, Mount Pearl, Paradise, and then I guess you could kind of count Petty Harbor, Maddox Cove, which is where I'm from. Like all in that general area is like majority of the population.
That sounds like 3 or 4 block radius in downtown Toronto.
Yeah, pretty much.
That amount of people.
So, Andrew, did you go to prom?
Did I go to prom?
Yes.
Yeah, I did.
Any highlights of your prom?
I created this like amazing slideshow movie thing, and it kept crapping out, for lack of a better term. So I had to keep going up and be like, "Oh, it's okay, everybody. oh, hang on, it'll be ready in a minute. And it was not ready in a minute. It was awful. And then the hotel we all stayed at, one of our buddies pulled the fire alarm at like 4 a.m. So everybody had to get out of the hotel at 4 a.m.
You might not
Yeah.
have had the slideshow, but then you were on YTV and you just flexed on everybody else. Like it's
Oh, yeah.
fine.
Took
You
that.
really showed them in the long run who's the winner, so it's fine.
Okay. I also ended up being the valedictorian of my graduating year.
Oh, stop.
Woo!
I wanted
But I think it was only because like I could tell a joke or two. It had nothing to do with how many marks or what my average and percentile was. My grades were not that high.
Grades don't matter.
What school did you go to?
I went to a school, I think it still exists. It's a school called West Carleton High School in Farmville, Ottawa.
There you go, yeah. Yes,
It still exists.
Still exists, 100%.
Oh, good.
We had a winner from there 2 years ago.
We gave a girl, yeah. We run a contest every year called Accepted, where we pay for the first year university of a high school student, and West Carleton student won.
See, amazing people come from that school.
Yes, yeah.
At least two.
We were at their graduation ceremony, and we handed out a first year university credit to one of their students. It was amazing.
Wow.
You could
There was also
money by giving that to Newfoundland students. University here is like $2,000 a year.
They're raising it. They're raising the price.
They are raising it
to $2,000 and $1, I think.
To $4,000.
Probably.
$4,000.
It should just be
beer. It's $2,000.
It should just be 2020.
See ya.
Brooklyn.
Hi, Brooklyn.
I think it's what's it now? $25.50 a year, I think.
Yeah, it's $25.50 a year.
And I think they're bringing it up to $4,000 next year. And it's honestly like it's a school no one's heard of, but like it's decent. We get a lot of funding from like Exxon, so our engineering school is fine.
Yeah.
Memorial?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I almost I applied, but I'm not going there.
A lot of my friends.
I don't blame you.
So my one beef with Newfoundland is that I heard that the moose greatly outnumber the people.
You're not too far. That's not too far off.
I could be pulling this out of thin air, but I heard there was a ratio of about 3 to 1 moose to.
I don't know if it's that bad, but
I don't think it's that bad, but no, I think everyone like who's been driving for at least 10 years in Newfoundland has either hit a moose or been that close to hitting one.
So I've never seen a moose living in Ontario, and we went out when we went and we drove the entire length of Newfoundland, and we were basically the fear of God was put into us to only drive between certain hours, otherwise you will hit a moose.
Yes.
Yeah.
I was babysitting my cousins, and I woke up the next morning after like trying to deal with my crazy cousins, one nicknamed Hurricane Jane, and there was 2 moose in the backyard, and I was like, nope. No.
So I was at my local ski hill, and this is 11:55 in the middle of the day. And I'll just show you guys here. But we're trying to drive to the ski hill, and we run into the issue that there is a, is that gonna, yeah.
Oh, Jesus.
It's just blocking our way.
I always thought those posts about moose in Canada were fake. I really
no.
did.
It's not Newfoundland.
Especially in Newfoundland,
Whoa.
It's brutal. He's
Yeah,
right
so
there.
we were terrified because we were told that they jump up out of the ditches.
Yep, they will
And
do
just,
that.
like,
And
sprint
just run
across
across the road.
So we.
And if you hit one, it dies, but it's taking you out with them.
Yeah, your knees are basically at the height of your hood, right? So they basically their torso's coming through your windshield, and you're breaking their knees. So
yep.
Terrified.
So we drove from St. John's to Port aux Basques, thinking there's going to be
white knuckle.
There will be 1,000 moose along the way. There was not a single one, but not a single one. Like, and we were talking 20 hours of driving, being like, oh, like there's going to be a moose. There's moose up and not a single thing. And eventually we got off the island and I was like, well, I'm convinced there's no moose in Newfoundland.
No, especially in the winter, because there's so much salt on our roads. Like, my aunt has a car that's just as old as mine is, and hers is in pristine condition. She lives in Vancouver. My truck, the box is falling off because of so much rust. There's so much salt on the roads, and the moose just walk up and like come lick it, and it poses a massive problem because in the winter they'll just be lining the sides of the roads.
So it seems that the moose make up for the lack of raccoons.
Oh,
Yeah, I've never seen a raccoon before.
Oh, lucky
we
you.
have no raccoons
In
here.
Ontario,
Saw a
raccoons
raccoon eat
are
a squirrel
dead
on my back
on the
porch.
street.
Toronto.
It ate a squirrel
And raccoons are
on my back porch.
and they just are
You just
dead everywhere.
Opened up a can of worms.
You don't even know.
Yeah, you are not fitting back into that can.
Every
Have you
time
seen a
I'm
family of
driving,
raccoon
every single time I am driving, there is a dead
walk
squirrel.
on
and
a
I've seen
wire, like on like light wires. I've seen they're fat, giant raccoons, and they can walk on
And
these
it
types. Like,
stunks,
how are
too.
you doing this?
And I've seen raccoons that are the size of moose.
Hey, have any of you guys seen a murder hornet yet?
No.
Not just yet.
God, no.
I'm so
I
scared.
think they're in Ontario.
I'm allergic to the regular ones. Don't bring those ones into the situation.
I've been stung by 11 wasps. I am immune.
Wow.
All at once?
7 were at once, and then another 2 one time. Yeah, brutal.
That during the
I opened up a box in my backyard, and there was a wasp nest in there.
Yo, I was in grade 7, I think. It was grade 7 in my elementary school, and a raccoon just jumped out of the trash during recess. And
checks
you
out.
see, like the students, like it's chasing all of us, and everybody in recess is just like running. The whole school is running, and the raccoon is like running after us. And they brought everybody in, and the raccoon almost got in too, but they kept him out. It was so funny.
So raccoons and squirrels, like you don't have bird feeders, you have raccoon and squirrel feeders. So I have a family friend who had a personal issue with this. So he took like a metal rod and hit the raccoon with it, and it came back.
Hey, that's what we do to seals.
These animals are
No, that is one thing with
up.
Newfoundland.
No
I just can't. It breaks my heart anytime anybody talks about clubbing seals. I literally
The seals are overpopulating and destroying our fish population. Like, we can club seals. We can club seals.
Get the lawyers on it.
Yeah.
Future lawyers.
Shit took a turn. We're clipping moose at the or what were we hitting earlier at the knees, Vic?
Moose.
Meese.
Yeah.
Raccoons, murder hornets. What else we got? Canada's
Puffins?
It's the
I've
nature
never
of
seen a
things,
puffin.
yeah.
I've never seen a puffin.
I've seen so many puffins.
You live in the same town.
I've
Yeah, I
seen
know.
a puffin and I'm not from there.
Not seen a puffin. See whales.
Oh, that's
I went on a whale tour to see whales and I only saw puffins, so it's nice that you've seen a whale.
I've never gone on whale tours. I've just seen whales when I'm like hiking on the East Coast Trail. And
Wait,
you know those?
confused. How do you see a whale while hiking?
So we have this.
Everything is water.
We have this thing called the East Coast Trail, and it is like, I'd say, one of the best trails in Canada. It's like 300-kilometer stretch all the way down the Avalon Peninsula, and it's just all along the water. So you always know where you're going, because if you're looking to your left and there's the ocean, you're going south. If you look to the right and there's the ocean, you're going north. I've done 5-day hikes on that trail. It's a beautiful trail, and there's so much to do on it. You can do day hikes, you can do like week-long hikes if you want.
Wow.
And you're always looking out in the ocean. And there's like, if you're going in August, you are going to see whales.
But if you don't go in August, you're gonna get friggin' frostbite because it's cold enough to.
Also true.
Because the wind is coming right off the ocean, you will freeze yourself.
Newfoundland's like the only place in the world where you can have wind and fog at the same time.
Toronto has a street called Queen Street, and in August, you want to see dead raccoons on a walk.
No, ma'am.
I saw a cleaned raccoon skull on my walk the other day.
No, ma'am. No.
I live in like a regular, like completely normal neighborhood. A cleaned raccoon skull, nothing else,
Those are
in a driveway.
I like it.
Like 15 or 20 on your way to work. That's when you know you live in the downtown.
Maybe it was some kind of Wiccan thing.
Nobody's
I
picking.
will say, when I spent a month in Toronto, I did see a lot of raccoons.
You were here for a
They're
month.
everywhere, but they're
Yeah,
less this year 'cause they all died
Goes
last
everywhere.
year.
He's a world traveler. He doesn't stay close to the rock.
I got a scholarship for U of T, so I did a month of engineering programs at U of T.
Jesus, Dean. Dean, when is your book coming out? What are you, 9? What are you, 16, 17, 20?
I like Dean. He's
I turned
jack
18
of all
like
trades.
2 weeks ago. Oh, and yeah, and I can also sing and play guitar and bass.
This is what I'm
Dean,
talking about.
okay, stop
I just
flexing.
want to see
Okay, we get it.
I can also
Just
solve a
come
Rubik's
on,
Cube.
okay?
Watch this.
Oh no. Oh no.
Of course.
Don't make
Oh
me cry,
no.
man.
I knew I was.
I'm not the same one.
Oh.
To be a professional
Fancy
cuber, I had
cubes that are
Let
like
me
different
tell you,
size squares.
Oh yeah, I've got a full box of them. I flew to Montreal to go to a competition for one of these.
He had a YouTube channel.
Oh
on
wait, let me set that as my background.
Rubik's
I'll set my
He
logo
was
as my
like,
background.
I wasn't
Okay.
prepared. He pulled it out of his sleeve, just like Ron Burgundy. He was like, "Oh, you guys want the
Oh
cube?
what?
So,
This?
We're just
That's my logo.
Yaz,
What's up?
if you pull out a Yaz flute, I will be amazing. Yeah, I will be amazing.
So what's this? Ready? Scrambled, right?
Dean,
How
everybody's.
are you?
Ready?
I'm counting.
I've seen
One.
The Pursuit of Happiness. Will Smith could do it. I believe in you.
Will Smith can do it. I love Will Smith. We should have gotten Will Smith on.
Oh god.
It used to be a lot better than this.
Oh,
Dean is Dean is the one that
Dean,
scrambled
man,
it,
we're
so of course he knows
long.
how to unscramble it.
Oh yeah.
No, like,
huh, huh, huh.
This is actually foolproof. Like, he's actually good at this. He had a YouTube
Just
channel.
watching him work right now, I'm mesmerized. He doesn't even have to solve it. What the fuck?
52 seconds. That's less than a
52
minute.
seconds. That was
Wow.
pathetic. My best was 11.96.
Wow.
Like, how did you do in the
Just take
competition in
stickers off
Montreal?
and put them in the
The
right place.
competition, in the normal 3x3, I came like halfway. I had an average of like 21 seconds, which wasn't bad. But I came like 11 out of 74 in one of the divisions, which wasn't bad.
So here's what I need to know. How does one discover they're a cuber?
I had this
Going with it? I get it.
I had this teacher. He had 2 Rubik's Cubes in his classroom. And I was messing around one day and I accidentally broke it. So I bought one for him and I bought one for myself. And then my good friend Josh Dancy at the time. Do you know Josh Dancy?
Yeah.
Talking to me?
Yeah,
Doesn't know
exactly.
him.
Guy owes me
He
50
learned to solve
bucks.
one, and I'm like, I can't let him solve it and not let me solve it because best friend rivalry. So I learned to solve it, and then I learned to solve it 3x3, and then 4x4, and then the ones that have 12 sides, and then the pyramids, and then the ones that turn on the corners, and then I had an addiction, and then I made a YouTube channel.
Didn't even know
So was this-
you said existed. Sorry, Andrew.
Do you want me to get them and show you them?
Yes.
Yes.
I'll be right back.
Did you learn this during a before pandemic? Was there
Yes,
was there
no, this
you
is
had
like
all the
in a
time to
thing.
do that?
I was in grade 8, and I was bullied for it.
He's like, I've been doing this since I was 14. How old are you? 26.
Damn, I feel like a loser.
Hey, I started playing Minecraft the other day. It's pretty cool.
Oh, I love Minecraft. Yeah, so here's my box.
Whoa, hey, whoa.
Let's turn off the background.
I gotta figure that out. I'm
Sure,
too
man, you just went from a Rubik's Cube. That looks like some sort of weight.
yeah, solve that
There
box.
we go. There we go. Okay.
So what do we want to see? The biggest one I have is 6x6.
What?
What?
That one takes like a good hour for me to solve.
Oh, that take
I
me
don't
like
have
3
that
years.
patience.
So.
Oh, I think this is one of the coolest things I have. I made this myself.
Do you have a bias?
You made a Rubik's Cube?
No, I put a cube in a jar
How did you do that?
with skill.
I want to know, but I also don't want to know at the same time.
I assume glue
Here you
is
go.
involved.
There's this one.
That's pretty
Has
cool.
12 sides.
Oh, I bought a
Oh, they,
similar one for my friend the other day, but I think it has like 15. He's an
Yeah, it's a
addict.
dodecahedron.
Okay, that was a
have-
mess. Calm down.
Did you make that word up? Is that a word?
No, that's the shape.
That's like a picture you see on a math wall. Stop.
What else do we have? Oh, we have this little funky one, which is just like.
It looks like. Here's the thing,
Oh,
Dean.
that
All
one.
of these are already solved. I mean, there's a consistent pattern here. You show them, but they're already done. I don't know.
All right, I'll scramble this one up then. Fine.
I'm kidding.
Fair enough.
I'm kidding.
Oh, he's not kidding though. He's gonna show you.
Okay, let's go. See if I remember
Now
how to
you're
solve
just
this.
reversing, Dean. Everybody's seen this move. You just backwards it up, like pump the
I
brakes.
wish I had that much memory. My memory has been depleting in the last few years, and it's honestly concerning.
So, Dean, if you are in one of these competitions, what are we talking here? We talking big money, sponsorship?
If I was good, yes.
Well, like what kind? Like, are we talking Red Bulls throwing some shit? What are we doing?
We're talking like free cubes for life, because these things can get expensive.
That's what I was
And they like keep coming out with new ones. They put magnets in them now. Like I
How
stopped cubing a few
expensive
years
is like
back.
the biggest one?
Sorry, magnets? What do you
Yeah,
mean?
they put magnets so it like aligns perfectly every time.
Oh, so like cheating.
Yeah. There was some like weird jurisdiction for the World Cubing Association, whether it's like competition legal or not.
No.
Competition legal about Rubik's Cube.
Yeah, actually, this one has magnets in it. It's pretty nice.
We used to have a steps challenge at SLN. I feel like we're going to do a Rubik's Cube challenge moving forward. Dean's going to be our judge.
You know what? I will.
Yeah, because I feel like Sills, you cheat. You like step 26,000 steps in a day.
Yeah, I do.
And I'm like, what is he doing all day? Like
That's like 20K.
Do you have a dog?
He's like walking and typing at the same time. I don't get it.
You see that video of the guy that hooked it up to his KitchenAid mixer?
No.
Or Sills, you're like running around the block all day is what you're doing.
No, Barbara, I won
just hooks his Fitbit
I
up.
know you do, but what do you do? Like, how do you have time for that?
It's an hour. It's the only hour I have to myself.
This guy, 26,000 steps, 30,000 steps, and we're doing like maybe 10,000.
No.
Oh, this is a bad day. 30,000 steps.
I'm at 1,500 steps right now.
Yes.
Okay, here.
What have I got today?
Sills,
we
you do
had-
like 30,000 steps a day. I don't get it.
I didn't do 30,000 today, but I did go home and I went for a run before the event because I was.
Apparently you're in a marching band, and
I did
there's no marching band.
19,000.
90,000.
19,000. I don't even want to know what I did today.
I just editing all day.
Yeah. Yeah, we're gonna get some editing steps. They're all about the fingers. What did you get?
Clearly, my Fitbit is not working.
I was gonna wear my Fitbit, but my mom told me to take it off because it didn't match my dress. Thanks, Joan Mary.
Oh yeah. See, I don't want to wear a Fitbit because I feel like if I have a Fitbit, I need to be wearing it.
What we got?
But instead, I just have like 9 watches because I have an obsession.
Game.
Put it up, Nicholas. What was that? You had it up. You faked it out.
Dean, how many collections do you have?
Is it backwards?
No,
We have
13,026.
cubes. We have
Same as me, Nicholas.
we have
Video game all day.
socks. We have
Oh, I have sock collections.
watches. I have started wearing like an absurd amount of rings lately.
Getting in fights. Ooh.
Oh god, I wish I got in more fights.
No, you don't.
I only say that because, oh yeah, I'm also a black belt in karate.
You are going to solve the Rubik's Cube of life. I'm excited that we had this conversation. I'm excited I took screenshots.
See, I wish I had that motivation.
I'm
That's the one thing I lack.
I love it.
Because I also
Listen,
sleep till 2.
I got to go buy a Rubik's Cube and get into this. But no,
Yeah.
I actually gotta go tonight. I'm done for the night. I'm exhausted. I have been so just thankful for all of you and all the time you guys put into this. Specifically you, Andrew, for jumping in.
Andy, thank you. Thank you.
Hey,
Thank you.
it's great to see everybody. Congratulations. Happy prom.
Whitney Barbo, I want to talk to you guys offline and thank you guys personally because obviously
Thank you.
it happened without you guys. Vicky, thank you for being tolerant and allowing all of
I'll
his
just pat
time.
myself on the back right now.
Yeah, I was just gonna say because I know that can't be easy. But for the rest of you guys, honestly, since we put the prom committee together, this thing just took off. And I know I was saying it earlier. I really do hope that you guys found some memories and some moments in this, and stuff that you're gonna carry with you and tell everybody for the rest of the years. You know. And like I said, it's gonna be how you felt that you remember. It's not the specifics. It's just how you felt. And I hope that's what when you leave this call, you're proud of what you did and you carry it with you, because I know we're going to be talking about this like crazy for forever. Definitely one of those Annie Sumi moments, but now it's a Parmesan 2020 moment, and nobody gets to take that shit. That's yours. You earned it. Thanks, guys.
Thank you guys so much.
Thanks
It was
so much,
amazing,
Ilse.
great,
Cool.
like crazy.
Okay.
Bye.
We'll be in touch. And by the way, like I know I've said this before. If you guys need anything from any of us, please let me know. I know you're going to be chatting with Barbo. Barbo's going to be filling us in along the way. But if you ever need anything, you've always earned our attention and our respect and our time. No matter what, just give us a call, text us, email us, whatever. If there's any way we can help, anything. Job applications, testimonials, help with school, help with anything. The amount of time and effort you put into this, we can't thank you enough. We'll help you always. So
Thanks so much.
Thank you, Andy.
So much.
You're part of history, everybody.
Thanks, Andy.
Bye.
Bye.
I don't know.